Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
At US Cellular, we value our customers and our community. Accelerate your wireless experience at Strawver Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular, located at 826 Main Street in downtown Pella.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Welding Group leader Stacy Rogers says the fact it's a local company, based right here in Pella, is a big plus.
I think the history of Vermeer was what was the most interesting thing to me. I didn't realize that it all started right here in Pella, and that if I need to talk to my corporate, it's just right down at the end of the mile. You know, other jobs you have to go to like Wichita we're all right here. I thought that was the most interesting thing.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting vermeer.com/careers.
Did you know that when you use your Marion County Bank debit card, your purchases can benefit local schools? That's right, you can help the bank make a financial contribution to the local school of your choice. With your checking account and debit card from Marion County Bank, each time you use your card, those transactions add up during the year and we make donations to area schools. It's easy to enroll online, select your school, and there's no cost to you. Marion County Bank's Report Card Program, a great way to make a difference in our schools together. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back to Eagle Lane as we get you set for an opening tip of our final regular season doubleheader broadcast of the year on 92.1 KRLS. It has been another magical winter to be a part of your coverage here on the home of the Dutch and the Eagles, and there's no better way then to end our winter season coverage, regular season coverage, than with the Tulip City Showdown, Pella versus Pella Christian. We are live inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. They're your cornerstone to health. I'm Andrew Schneider alongside Tyler Crabb. Number 5 in Class 3A Pella, number 6 in Class 2A Pella Christian. It should be an incredible game. It was the first time around with the Dutch pulling away late. But Tyler, as we take a look at our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game for the Eagles, Pella Christian's playing some excellent basketball, and in my opinion, played their best game of the season on Tuesday. Sharing the ball, intense defense, steals turning into offense. Eric Mulder had 6 dunks and 6 block shots. Pella Christian, if they play like that, they may be one of the final 8 teams up the well and may knock off the Dutch.
Absolutely. The key to the game for me, for the Eagles, is they got to have the rhythm offensively. You know, they're solid defensively. They have the size. They can shoot sometimes. But if they can't get into that rhythm, they struggle. I've seen that now a couple of times here, unfortunately in the last month or so when they went to Wells Fargo and played Des Moines Christian. They never found an offensive rhythm in that game. That was a game that they fell. They played Dallas Center Grimes, didn't find the rhythm, and they fell in that one.
This year. All 5.
Yeah. And I think I've only seen 2 or 3 of those losses, and those are the 2 that stand out, you know, especially that Dallas Center Grimes one. Dallas Center Grimes didn't let Pella Christian get comfortable, and that was the difference in the game for the Eagles, is they just couldn't get any rhythm going offensively.
Well, and that's your Hormel Foods Eagles keys to the game. Looking for the key to your new career, visit hormeljob.com. For the Dutch, it's gut check time. We've talked about Pella kind of struggling here the second half of the season. Everything is relative. All 6 of their losses, Pella 13-6. They've been in every game this year. It's not like the Dutch have been losing, by 20 points. Oh, what's going wrong? They lose in overtime to DCG. But 0 for 22 weeks ago from 3 against Newton, a really strange loss. Even in their wins, nothing has ever truly, in my opinion, clicked 100% for Pella. And when that started a year ago, in fact, again, it's hard to make that comparison. We saw the 2021 champs when they played PC. The Dutch, this is crunch time. They have another tune-up with Mount Pleasant next week, but that's not going to be competitive. This is a team that the quality of team that Pella is going to have to beat to go to state and vice versa. Mm-hmm. To me, the Dutch, it's crunch time. I want to see if Pella's win or lose, but certainly if they're going to win this game, we need to see what this team is going to look like in March, because we're running out of time, Pella fans, if the Dutch are going to be making a run at their second championship. And this is a different team. This is a different environment. I think it's frustrated me and so many Pella fans that the talent's there. They've got the guys. It's just nothing has ever truly clicked. If Pella, in my opinion, is going to make a tournament run, this is the night to see if that team's there or not. If not, it could be a long night for the Dutch. And it's weird to say that. I felt like the teams were on opposite paths the first time they played. And I hate to make kind of that statement, but the tournament bracket for Pella is brutal. They've got 4 top 10 BC Moore teams in their region that they're going to have to somehow survive, and they'll get to do it at home. But if they want to be that team, I think it's got to show tonight. So we'll see how it goes.
And to your point, obviously you can still make a run.
They can.
If they don't win this game. But it's so much harder to flip that switch and turn it on and become that dominant postseason threat in the postseason. You got to build up that momentum.
Especially because the postseason's a week and a half away. We're no longer to the point where, hey, we've got 10, 12, 13 practices and a bunch of games to work it out. They've got 1 game and 5 practices between now and their first opponent coming up a week from Monday. So, again, I don't want to raise any alarms, but if Pella wants to be the team that all these guys have talked about all year long, I think it starts tonight here against Pella Christian in this kind of environment. That's your McCall Monumental Radio keys to this game. Don't burn your loved ones in planning your memorial after you're gone. Pre-plan yours and trust the family. McCall Monument, the area's leading monument designer and installer on Old Highway 163 west in Pella. And here, if they lose tonight and they make a tournament run, I hope I'm wrong, but I've just seen it too much. The teams that make long tournament runs are playing their best basketball by about now. So we'll see how it all goes, see if the Dutch can elevate their game to take on a red-hot Pella Christian team. This is our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show. Our game time temperature, Tyler, how are we doing now?
Oh, man, I
caught you unawares.
You caught me. I was trying to make sure I had another one of our sponsor things ready to go later on. It's actually gotten warmer, 38 degrees.
It's actually supposed to stay.
It feels like 30, and it looks like it's raining outside right now.
It's going to be 42 degrees by midnight tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like it's raining outside right now, which is kind of unfortunate. But while it's only 38 degrees outside and raining, it's nice and comfortable here inside the Pella Christian High School gym. If your home isn't staying comfortable during this cold Iowa winter, call on the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear.
Oh, I lost it. Oh, Tyler, where am I hearing it?
Oh. There it is.
Now you'll rest easy.
Now you'll rest easy.
Well, because I was about to do this. Tell us about our Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio updates.
Yeah, we do have some Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio updates. The Melcher Dallas girls in the first round playoff game with Wayne are tied at 22 at halftime. Melcher Dallas led that game at the end of the first quarter, 12-11. I'm pretty sure I saw those two teams met the other night, and Wayne, it might have been the boys now that I think about it, but I think Wayne beat them 60-18 in the boys the other night. We also have PCM and Nevada tied at 15s after 1.
Strawberry Cellular
Instant Radio update.
We are live inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, get you set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Pella versus Pella Christian live on 92.1 KRLS.
Remodeling can be a headache, especially when you're trying to work around your contractor's schedule. You don't have to worry about that with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Just ask Deb Shaw of Pella.
Mike was always very accommodating to our schedule. Anytime that we set up a time to meet, he always wanted to make sure it worked for us. Most of our meetings were in the evening, and it never bothered him to come out and be out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Online ordering is now available at Culver's in Pella. Simply go to culvers.com, select curbside or carryout, and let us know if you'd like us to start making your order fresh right now or schedule the time that you want it ready. Our entire menu is available, including Marion County's best burger, chicken sandwiches and tenders, seafood dinners, fresh salads and hearty soups, kids' meals, snack-worthy sides, and our famous frozen custard. Just go to culvers.com and place your online order for your next meal at Culver's in Pella, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
This is the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show. Your cornerstone to health. Let's run down your starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. Honorary starters all over the place here for Pella Christian tonight. Do you have them all starred for me?
Yes.
Tell us. It's the seniors. Go ahead and run down the Eagle seniors.
The honorary starters tonight are Danny Andringa and EJ Fransman. Our actual starting lineup presented by Miniga Pest Control for the Eagles is at the guard positions. Number 3, Levi Skelhaas. Number 5, senior Jaden Heisman. And number 10, Bennett Sprunk. And at the forward positions, number 4, Nico Schurz. And number 32, Eric Mulder.
So the 5 on the floor are Skelhaas, Schurz, Heisman, Stoltz, Mulder. An honorary title given tonight for Andringa and Fransman. Sorry, not Stoltz. Sprunk in for Stoltz here tonight for senior night festivities. For the Dutch, their standard 5. It's been a very good one, 13-6 overall, 9-4. Both teams 9-4 in the conference. Winner tonight gets third place in the incredible Little Hawkeye Conference. Senior guard from Newton, number 4, Noah Allen. Senior forward, Dortbound, number 10, Preston Rowe. Carl Miller, the driller, at senior forward, number 13. Keegan Hansen, a senior guard, at 6'3", number 22. And Pogo Parker Elder himself, the senior forward, at 6'3", number 23. Your starting lineups are presented by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Miniga Pest Control.
And this will wrap up the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show, your cornerstone to health. Pella is in their road green uniforms, and our colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving Sign with the checkerboards on the side. Green and white, green the base. The Eagles are in their standard home uniforms with the maroon numbers, gold trim, and the white jersey. So the Eagles in white and maroon and gold, the Eagles in green and white. Your colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving and Sign, whether it's a colorfully designed event banner, car wrap, or business sign. Let the professionals at Pella Engraving and Sign bring it to life. We're live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth at the home of the Eagles for our final doubleheader broadcast of the 2021-22 season. It's Pella versus Pella Christian live on 92.1 KRLS. Andrew Schneider and Tyler Crabb. This one is going to be a lot of fun.
It is. Also,
the first one was.
Yes, it was. Do have some Strasburg Cellular instant radio updates. We got Knoxville and Bondurant Farrar, and that is Bondurant Farrar 18, Knoxville 8, over on 95.3 KNIA with Derek Cardwell after one there. It's 18-8 Bondurant Farrar, and then Pleasantville boys lead Sadell 18-11 after a quarter.
Why don't you run down our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard after those Strasburg Cellular instant radio update.
Yeah, our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. The Pella girls defeated Pella Christian girls 55-42. Melcher Dallas girls and Wayne are tied at halftime of a first-round playoff game. Knoxville boys trail Bondurant Farrar 8-18. Bondurant Farrar leads Knoxville 18-8 on 95.3 KNA with Derek Cardwell. After a quarter of play, Pleasantville boys lead Sadell 18-11 after a quarter of play, and PCM and Nevada are tied at 15s after the first quarter.
We are live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Thank you to Tyler Crabb for running down our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. We are in a packed Eagle Lane Thursday night basketball coming to you on the home of the Dutch and the Eagles. It's my favorite night of the year, round 2, Pella versus PC. The crowd is getting hyped. We've got lights on both sides of the student sections. It is loud. It is fun to be here. My two favorite teams get to play each other twice a year. Not many broadcasters in Iowa, Tyler, that I think can say that.
Yeah, this is unreal energy right now.
Two senior-heavy teams, two who think they can be the final team to hoist the top trophy in their class.
It is, and the energy being brought to this gym right now is unmatched from any gym I've seen this season, and just absolutely ecstatic to get this game underway here.
Well, and let's be real, Tyler, when in your career, whether as an athlete or whatever, have you been in an environment like this? Probably not too often, I imagine.
No, I can only think of...
And you're well-traveled. I'm not trying to disrespect you.
I can only think of 2 games that are even remotely... that are kind of in the ballpark. That was... my high school career was playing at Grandview Christian. We played Ankeny Christian. That was our big rival. Played in their gym. It's a small gym. A lot of people packed into a small gym. We get that environment. And then Colonesco my senior year in what was ultimately what we felt the game to go to state that year for the first time in school history. And but I don't think it was that energetic from the start of the opening tip here, presented by Dutch Mill Supply.
Dutch Mill Supply. And it was a little bit Mike Buchheit in front of us getting us all hyped up, and it was a little scuffle, but it's Pella ball to take things off here. Our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Here are the Dutch bullet pass to Carl Miller, kicks it out to Keegan Hansen. Hansen out to Noah Allen, averaging 14.5 points per game. Here's Parker Elder, back and forth from Rowe to Elder, who tries a 3. That's way off the mark. No. Keegan Hansen, the offensive rebound in the sea of 6'7", and Carl Miller gets it to rim out. No. And it's Eric Mulder who will clear it for PC.
Yeah, good start there for the Eagles, forcing a couple of missed shots there.
So it's the Eagles' first possession. Pella Christian has won 3 games in a row since losing badly to DCG, and they've looked the part of a 2A tournament contender since that game. There's a shot blocked by Keegan Hansen, and the rebound goes to Preston Rowe, and here come the Dutch, tied at nothing, 7 minutes remaining here in the first. Down low to Rowe. Rowe kicks it out to Elder. Elder back into Preston. Preston center of the lane, works on Mulder, and he has his shot sent to the student section nearly as it bounds out of bounds. Really the cheerleaders, but that one was with emphasis, and he has been all over the block tally as of late, as Eric Mulder will stay Pella ball 0-0. Allen draws a double team on the inbounds, finds Parker Elder. Elder down low to a wide open, initially Keegan Hansen, and then a foul called on PC.
Ooh, that was going to be a big momentum swing there for the Eagles, I feel like, off of the block, and Heisman getting whistled for the foul there.
So, by the way, it's kind of an outside chance, but we do need to keep track of it. 277 points on the year for Noah Allen. First is in, by the way, for Keegan Hansen. After the first foul, the game goes on Jaden Heisman. So he's at 277 this year, which now, in his career, puts him at 978.
Knocked down the second one, too.
Yes, so we are on milestone watch for Noah Allen. Hansen gets the Dutch on the board first, 2-0. And here come the Eagles. Here's Levi Skelhaas. Skelhaas right side to Bennett Sprunk. Sprunk in the corner to Mulder in front of the rowdy Dutch student section. Mulder tried to back it in, gets through the defense, misses his shot badly, and the rebound controlled by Parker Elder. Parker in the center of the lane, Hansen. Hansen works it back out, back to Parker. Elder kicks it out to a wide open Allen in the corner now. It's Carl Miller for three. It's short. Keegan Hansen, another offensive rebound, looking for Miller, finding Preston Rowe, and he gets it in for two. Another offensive rebound here for the Dutch, and they cash in. They're up 4-0.
Yeah, Pella Christian just doesn't look like they found that rhythm yet that we were talking about in our Hormel Foods Radio Keys to the Game.
Here's Nico working on Preston. Nico kicks it out to Jaden Heisman. Heisman's been hot of late, but he'll brick it off the back of the iron. No, but an offensive rebound for Nico Schurz. Again, really tight on the sideline. Eagles will keep possession. Here is Levi Skelhaas. He's short. Schurz will get a push-off, and a rebound will go to Pella on the team rebound.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that was the one they got because there was a little bit more contact on the first rebound there by Schurz, but they got him that time. Aiden Stoltz into the game for Bennett Sprunk, by the way.
Well, yeah, now PC back to their regular starting five. Coach Moore having a conversation with the near side official. Left side to Parker Elder. 5:22 remaining. Dutch up 4-0. And a beautiful teardrop center of the lane for Parker Elder as he gets it over the tall Eagles defense. It's a 6-0 run for the Dutch to start. Eagles need to get it clicking here in a moment, because Pella is a dangerous team. Here's Eric Mulder who slams it, and that's how you get it started for Eric Mulder for two.
Yeah, nice feed by Nico Schurz over the top to find Mulder for the slam.
Out to Allen. Noah Allen works it over to Parker Elder. Elder wants a high ball screen here from Rowe. Instead, he'll pass it to Preston, give it back to Parker. Parker, teardrop again. This time it hits off the left side of the rim. No, and it's Jaden Heisman clearing it. PC and now on the board, down by 4. 4:36 remaining here in the first. Andrew Schneider, Tyler Crabb on 92.1 KRLS. Nico Schurz to Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz had 9 points, 3 3-pointers versus Oskaloosa earlier this week. Here's Schurz. Schurz. Pella's defense collapsing on him. It's Levi Skelhaas for three. He airballs it, but it turns into a pass to Nico Schurz. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good for two.
Yeah, right spot, right time there for Nico Schurz.
4:10 remaining in the first. Pella up 6-4. Eagles with a 4-0 run to answer here, but Keegan Hansen comes wide open behind the defense, and Keegan the first into double bucket territory. 8-4 Dutch.
Yeah, Keegan Hansen doing a nice job taking his shots when he can get them here.
And again, Pella Christian, no stranger to these high-scoring conference teams with the Dutch. Maybe the highest scoring of them all, and we'll see if they can keep pace here with Pella. Mulder has to work his way through a tough double team, and he gets up to 4 points. And then a tip and a near steal for Heisman in front of the Eagles bench. 3:35 remaining.
Yeah, Nico Schurz going to come out of the game here for Danny Andringa, but that was a tough finish by Eric Mulder. He was bound and determined to get to the bucket, though, and would not be denied there.
So 978 career points, by the way, for Noah Allen, who hasn't taken a shot yet in this game. 3:30 remaining. We're on milestone watch, the final regular season games for the Dutch. Carl Miller's missed a couple of threes so far. No look pass to Rowe. Here's Allen. Allen from the elbow, can't finish. And it's Heisman clearing it here for the Eagles. PC looking for their either first tie since the beginning. And Skelhaus, no. Mulder offensive rebound, and he travels.
I don't know that he ever had the ball. J.D. Moore is a little frustrated there. He thought he didn't think he had the possession of the basketball to be able to travel.
Luke Hardman in, first sub for the Dutch. 3:06 remaining, and that is the first turnover for the Eagles, right?
I think that's the first turnover I had in the game.
So here we go. Pella ball up by 2. In the corner, Carl Miller. Shot fake off the defensive Heisman, and it's nothing but net for Carl Miller. And he is so deadly if you give him an extra chance, and Carl Miller delivers.
Yeah, Heisman's got to realize there he can't leave his feet. He's got to stay down and be able to just contest that shot.
Yeah, you leave Carl Miller open. More often than not, it's going in. It's Hardman getting the rebound after a miss by
Mulder.
Other side here, down low. Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Pella up 11-6 over Pella Christian. 2:22 remaining here in the first quarter. In the corner, Rowe thought about a 3. Navigates through the defense. Carl extra pass to Hardman. Hardman whips it back out to Carl Miller. Miller a shot fake back to Hardman. And now way outside, it's Noah Allen. Allen crossing over with Skelhaus defending him. Eagles faithful liking the defensive effort here as Keegan Hansen will come back in after getting a minute on the bench. Here's Rowe. Rowe out to Elder. Minute 56 remaining. Pella a 5-point lead, and they're content with getting the right shot. Noah Allen from way downtown. No. Mulder his third rebound. And then a whistle and a vision for less timeout for Coach J.D. Bohr. That is a 30-second timeout. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. It was 55-42 in the opener. Pella over Pella Christian, and the time these two teams met, it was the Dutch earning the win. Eagles looking for the sweep. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Do have a Striver Cellular instant radio update for you. Bondurant Farrar 45, Knoxville 17 at halftime over on 95.3 Canada with Derek Cardwell. Pleasantville up 29-25 on Saydell, and Nevada up 29-23 on PCM at halftime. That's another Striver Cellular instant radio update.
Allow us to reset here for just a moment. It has been a back and forth half here between these two top 10 teams in 2A and 3A. It's the Dutch with the early advantage, 11-6. I think Danny Andring on the floor. Coach Bohr wants to see a little bit better offensive performance here from his team. Mulder with Hansen on him. Mulder off the defense, a fadeaway 2. Mulder has 6 points.
Yeah, 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting.
Noah Allen at half court here for the Dutch, start their possession. Looks like a defensive shift here for PC. Behind the defense to Hansen. Out to Luke Keichus just into the game for 3. Online but long. It hits off the top of the backboard. It's not called, and it's Carl Miller who gets the rebound.
And it hit the wire, too, because the wire is still bouncing.
That should be PC ball.
Yeah, that's a big...
I mean, the officials have to see that.
Yeah, that's a big missed call right there. Could have
implications if the Dutch can score here. Here's Keichus high elbow. Out to Allen. Down low, Carl Miller. Miller finds Keichus through the sea of Eagles. He can't get it to go, and Andriga will clear the rebound here for PC. So no harm, no foul. Here's Heisman, other side. Heisman out to Stoltz. Stoltz finds Skelhaus. Skelhaus looking for the alley-oop to Mulder, and it's knocked away by Keichus, who then tried to chase it down, and it will stay. Should be Eagles ball.
Whoa, they got that call wrong. Say that was about to be 2 big misses in a row right there.
That was not acceptable. I mean,
I've tried my best to be impartial here, but that would have been 2 big ones in a row to go against the Eagles.
That's being impartial. The officials can't be missing these big calls in a game like this where you know it's probably going to come down potentially to a final possession. I don't care if it's green and white or maroon and gold. Here's Tyson DeVries. Contested 3 for Heisman. Too long. Mulder has been busy on the boards. And then a fight for the rebound. And he'll land on top of Pella's Elder, and it will stay with the Eagles on the possession arrow.
Yeah, Tyson DeVries also into the game for Levi Skalhaus here.
11-8, 19.8 seconds remaining. I'm just shocked that wasn't a foul on somebody.
Yeah, it's been
weirdly called.
Yeah.
Here's Heisman, this time wide open for three, and he pours it in. And we are all tied up. 11-11. And then a reach-in foul on DeVries as Parker Elder was about to go in. Tied at 11 all. Noah Allen's going to come in here just before, and they want his offense on the floor potentially. Second leading scorer for the Dutch. So the arrow favoring Pella now. And they have the final shot potentially here. But they got a lot of height to get over on an inbounds play. We'll see how the Dutch and Coach Schulte draw it up. Into Carl Miller. Here's Noah Allen. Allen in the corner for three. That's short. Parker Elder went for the putback, and it goes out of bounds, and it goes to PC. Parker nearly got the tip back and the dunk on the rebound, but it will go to the Eagles with 0.4 seconds remaining. There's not much PC can do here to end the first quarter. A fun start to our Tulip City Showdown. 11 all. Pella PC after one inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. They have openings on first, second, and third shift for positions including quality control, operations, and maintenance starting at $17.85 an hour. All 9 positions will receive the shift differential. Quality control and operations will receive a 50-cent an hour increase at 3 months and an additional 50-cent an hour increase at 6 months. Employees will be offered weekly pay up to $1,000, a free 2-year college tuition, compressive benefits, paid vacation, and a 401k. Apply today at HormelJobsKnoxville.com. If you are looking for some fantastic pork tenderloin, Wood Iron Grill has now joined the Tenderloin Trail 2.0. The Tenderloin Trail 2.0 passport is now available. Don't wait, get started today. You can get the passport by going to the website iowapork.org/Tenderloin Trail, get the passport from participating restaurants, or stop by the IPPA office to pick up the passport. Wood Iron Grill in Oskaloosa, home to one of the stops on the Tenderloin Trail 2.0.
Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, tied at 11. Pella versus Pella Christian Boys. Andrew Schneider and Tyler Crabb on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Dutch Live YouTube channel. You're listening to Pella High and Pella Christian basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 KRLS, Knoxville, Pella. 7:54 remaining here in the second. Carl Miller, Noah Allen from the corner. Can he get it going? Yes. Noah Allen puts the Dutch back on top with a three-pointer from the quarter. And
his first bucket on 4 attempts.
Yeah, Pella hasn't had their top guy going just yet, but same could be said for Skelhaus, who was left scoreless in the first quarter, and he'll remain scoreless. Extra pass, no. Franzman, but it's a Nico Schurz putback for 2, and back within 1. This has a feeling, Tyler, at least early, that we're going to have ourselves a very close game here tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Feels like both teams have been playing to their strength so far. Spin move for Hardman off Franzman for 2. And Luke Hardman does a lot of good work in the paint for his size. 7:08 remaining, 16-13, Pella on top of Pella Christian. Here's Levi Skelhaus. Skelhaus has not been able to get it going. The Dutch student section reminding him of a first quarter air ball. Here's Tyson DeVries. DeVries with his speed whips it out to Skelhaus. This time on line for 3. Didn't miss that one. Levi Skelhaus pours it in, and we're tied again, 16 all.
Yeah, this game is just absolutely electric right now.
And Hansen gets another good look, and he leads the Dutch with 6 points. Mulder, his counterpart in the post, has 6. 6:33 remaining. Every time Pella Christian's gotten something going, Pella has answered. They have not updated the scoreboard, by the way.
Yeah, Franzman's going to get called for another, he's going to get called for a foul there.
They put the score on the wrong side here. The score is not correct. It should be, because Pella, right? Pella Christian did not lead.
No. Should be 18-16, I believe.
Yeah. Let's 8, 11. Yeah, the scoreboard's wrong. The scoreboard is wrong. We got to get it right. 6:25 remaining here in the second. 18-16 is the right score. And nearly a turnover, Pella. 6:18 remaining here in the second.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get it. I think they are down there trying to figure it out.
And I think we have a stoppage. And now we're getting a conversation with the official.
Yeah, the scores table was trying to reach out to the official to try and figure this out.
Well, it's 18-16. And if they don't correct it, you got it.
Yeah, in a game like this, you can't
miss
playing
anything
without the scoreboard because it's just too important to these possessions. You got to know where you're sitting.
So, 14-13 was the score. Pella went down, got two quick ones from Hardman. Skelhaus tied it, and then Hansen has 6. 2 for Hardman. Allen makes 5. Rowe makes 7. Miller makes 10. Hansen makes 16. Elder makes 18. 6:18 remaining. It is 18-16 Pella on top of Pella Christian.
Yeah,
this is a Vision for Less officials timeout. This broadcast is brought to you by BSN Sports. They're the official provider of staff apparel for KNIA Cable S and are a part of Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella. They're a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil Hemming with BSN Sports at 620-8337 or stop into the BSN Sports Windmill Print and Stitch office on Southeast 14th Street in Pella.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet.
It is 18-16. Pella. Are they going to take 2 points away from the Dutch here?
I will say, I think
Are you kidding me? This is absolutely egregious.
Yeah, this is not.
I don't care that I'm on whatever channel, and if this was for PC, I'd be every bit as upset.
Well, I mean,
we are in game number 21 of the season, and we have missed 2 points on the board.
Well, and we missed the out of bounds call earlier. There's been some very sloppy calls here in this game.
This is unbelievable. I cannot believe this.
Yeah, this
is on the entire scorers table from both Pella and PC. Man.
Yeah, this is not a good start to this game that's been so promising thus far.
Well, and it's unfair to Pella. I mean, they put the 2 points in. Preston Rowe in the corner for 3, airmails it, and the rebound assures. If this turns out to be a 2-point game for the Eagles, it's, I don't know, a 3 in for Skelhaus. And it's not the players' fault. Eagles are playing well, 19-16. I'm just hopeful they win by more than 2.
Yes. Say it'll be an unfortunate break if that's something that is a determining factor in this
Hansen
one.
to tie. Eagles got their first lead. No. Here's Elder. He gets the offensive rebound. Carl Miller to tie. No. And then that should be a foul on somebody, and we got bodies hitting the floor. We can use a Vision for Less timeout. Let's just leave it here.
Yeah, that we could. It's
got to be called on somebody.
Yeah, Bennett Sprunk has it on the wing now for the Eagles.
Humans make mistakes, but we're 21 games into the season. 5:12 remaining here in the second. 19-16. Eagles with their first lead. That's the bigger story here. Eagles playing really well since the Dutch got out going. Here's Bennett Sprunk for 3. He'll miss it. No. And the rebound goes to Elder. Top of the key here to Rowe. Out to Parker. Here's Noah Allen. Allen to Rowe. Out to Elder. And here's Tyson DeVries. DeVries will get the Pella turnover and the steal for Tyson. Skelhaus, a fadeaway 3 in the corner, and he is white hot here in the second, forcing a Vision for Less timeout. And there's your Randall Roofing. Eagles raise the roof, moment of the game. Skelhaus with 3 threes in the quarter. He is heating up. 22-16. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Tyler, I need a break to kind of reset.
Yeah, we'll get you a break.
22-16 after this.
Yeah, we'll get you a break here.
Some call them small businesses. We call them a big deal. At Bank Iowa, we're doing big things for businesses of all sizes. From companies with a single desk or retail counter to those with multiple assembly lines and vast operations. Commercial loans, checking accounts, and treasury management, plus the resources you might only expect at a larger bank. Visit one of our 25 locations and let's talk about all the big things Bank Iowa can do for your business. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, loans are subject to approval.
Sporting goods companies are facing challenging times with many suppliers carrying little product and offering slow delivery. At BSN Sports, we stand ready to change the fundamentals of our industry. We carry all the top brands that you demand with uniforms, practice and travel gear, and field and facility equipment. We stock our own inventory and decorate in-house, leading to faster delivery. I'm Phil Hemming with BSN Sports, and I'd love the chance to work with your school or team. Give me a call at 620-8337, and let's get started today.
On the other side of a Vision for Less timeout, Andrew Schneider and Tyler Crabb. 22-16 is the official score, the wrong score, but 22-16. Pella got 2 points taken away. We're going to leave it at that now as the Dutch trying to get 2 here. Carl Miller tipped out of bounds off of the Eagles. And that's the last I'll mention it for now. But if this game stays and Pella makes a run and makes it close, it doesn't sit well with you. I mean, at this point, but it is what it is. 4:11 remaining here in the second. Here's Preston Roan. He's fouled from behind on Eric Mulder. So we got to focus on the game. I just got to let the steam out. It's unacceptable. It
leaves a bad taste.
And Pella Christian's playing well, and I hate to come off that way because Pella Christian's doing the things that they should be doing on the court. It's just that our scores, there's a 5-second, there's the Eagles defense coming up with another Pella turnover. The Eagles are doing what they're supposed to do. I just hate for that to be a distraction at some point.
Yeah, I've got the turnovers at 4-1 after that one in favor of the Eagles, and so.
Yeah, and PC is doing a really nice job on defense. They were down by 5, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians, and Levi Skelhaus has taken the game over. Can he make a 4th in the quarter? And the answer is yes.
Levi Skelhaus is unconscious right now from 3-point range.
Holy cow, it's a 9-point Eagles game, and Skelhaus is putting the team on his back. Good answer for Hansen, counted and 1 for Keegan Hansen.
I will say concerning note here for the Eagles as Nico Schurz picks up his second is the foul count 6-0 in the half.
That's his second, and that's where the Eagles opportunity opens if Schurz and Mulder can't play. Hansen misses the front or the and 1 chance, and the rebound goes to the Eagles. And now PC, can Aiden Stoltz add to the parade? No. Eric Mulder nearly got the rebound, and then he's mugged. So offensive rebound for Eric Mulder, and fouls on the floor. And who was that foul on?
It was on Parker Elder.
Parker Elder, okay, thank you.
Yeah, Mulder was trying to grab the rebound.
3 guys on him.
Elder wrapped around him.
There was 3 guys on him. Inbound alley-oop is a turnover.
Yeah, ill-advised pass there by Stoltz. He had Heisman wide open in the corner. Really wanted the lob to Mulder, and they double-teamed him. And so it wasn't a good look for Mulder there.
25-18. Pella Christian up by 7. Here's Elder. Elder to Miller. Miller to Elders, flashing its Rowe. Rowe out to Allen. I'm also have to go back and find out what bucket didn't count for Pella. That's going to be another runabout here. Elder nearly lost it, flips it back out to Allen. Back over to Parker. 2:50 remaining. Eagles have a 2-possession lead. Elder fouled. And 1-1 coming.
Yeah, the foul was on Stoltz there. His first. Team 7th. So they'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Of the half, yep. So Elder at the line for 1-1. Pella from the foul line, very good, as you would expect, 68%.
You'll have a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. Melcher Dallas girls fall to Wayne 47-37 in the first round of the playoffs, so their season has come to an end.
That misses. Dutch not doing great here from the foul line, and the board is controlled by Pella Christian. Eagles up by 7, 2:37 remaining in the second. And DeVries will have it stolen away. Good defense by Noah Allen. 3rd Eagles turnover. Up ahead, Hardman, no. Rowe, put back, yes. Preston and Rowe gets the offensive rebound. 2:23 remaining here in the second. Allen extending the defense out to Skelhaus. Skelhaus has it knocked out of bounds by Elder. Will State Eagles ball in front of the Dutch student section. 25-20 our score. Pella Hy-Vee game reset. 2:11 remaining. 7 fouls for the Eagles, 1 for the Dutch. And we've had 2 points taken off the board for Pella through officiating errors for both teams. I mean, that's your score's got to have it for both teams. And 2:06 remaining, the Eagles have a chance to take control, but a couple of back-to-back turnovers have opened the door here for the Dutch late. Skelos has hit 4 threes. Can he get a 2? No. Elder has to fall to the floor to get the rebound. It will stay Pella Christian ball. Skelos. Elder fell to the ground, and Carl was on his way up the floor, thought that Parker had it clean, and it will stay Eagles ball.
Yeah, I will say there was a little bit of contact there between Elder, but they're definitely letting them play here tonight.
DeVries over the half-court line. Here's Danny Andringa. Over to Mulder. Mulder had a big first quarter, trying to get through every Dutch defender on the roster, and he's at the line for 2 more. And that one was on Rowe.
Yep.
2 foul shots coming up for Eric Mulder.
Do have a couple more Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio updates. Nevada 47, PCM 37 after 3. Sadell, Pleasantville tied at 41 after 3. Bondurant up on Knoxville after 3, 71-28.
Minute 38 remaining here in the second. Mulder makes 1 of 2. He's got 7. Second on the team, and it's a 6-point lead. Here's Allen. Allen up ahead to Parker Elder. Noah Allen out to Parker. Parker back over to Noah. Noah long-range 3 short. Here's Carl Miller clearing the offensive rebound for the Dutch. Now hits the floor for a second. DeVries nearly picks the pocket of Elder. 1:12 remaining here in the second. Here's Elder around the defense of Mulder for 2. Parker
nice.
Elder not intimidated by the big man.
Yeah, nice strong take by Elder.
26-22, 59 seconds remaining. Here's Danny Andringa. Andringa tried to set up the alley-oop, and there's Mulder, can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Hardman. Eagles fans and bench want a foul. 45 seconds remaining. Out to Allen. Allen for 3. It rims out. No. Carl Miller continues to be Mr. Glue down there, and the Dutch will reset.
Yeah, looks like they're going to try and hold for 1 here.
33 seconds remaining, 26-22.
This
is holding.
This is kind of what DCG did throughout the entirety of the game against the Eagles. And so,
well, and here's the answer, though. Pella Christian can extend their defense.
Yes.
There's nothing stopping them from chasing the Dutch down. The arrow favors the Eagles. Hardman, no. He'll get his own rebound and put it back in for 2. And the only thing that we're missing is a tie game here. Our score is Pella Christian 26, Pella 24. Our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show when we come back.
Over the past few months, Pella Real Estate Services has been sharing real stories of real people saving real money by selling their home using the Prez Listing Advantage.
They saved $6,570.
These sellers saved $900.
They saved $2,550.
Why pay a 6% commission when you can save thousands of dollars, just like many others have, using the Prez Listing Advantage? Call 628-1BUY to list your home with Pella Real Estate Services.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawberry Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawberry Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Did you know that when you use your Marion County Bank debit card, your purchases can benefit local schools? That's right, you can help the bank make a financial contribution to the local school of your choice. With your checking account and debit card from Marion County Bank, each time you use your card, those transactions add up during the year and we make donations to area schools. It's easy to enroll online, select your school, and there's no cost to you. Marion County Bank's Report Card Program, a great way to make a difference in our schools together. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
At Vision for Less, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives start under $80. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. We've got glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
This is the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there's no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Shonda Ward and his crew next to Walmart and Pella at Central Tire and Auto. We're going to work on the halftime score here of the boys' game in just a moment, but a girls' effort here where the Eagles fall to Pella 55-42 on Thursday. Pella Christian head coach Brad Ingbers of the girls team. Brad, after what I saw Tuesday, really great effort from your team. Your thoughts about how your girls battled for 4 quarters against a really good Pella team?
Yeah, we went in at halftime or at the end of the game and just we asked them to play like warriors tonight, to just get out there and give everything they had for each other. And last game of the season for us on our home court, and we couldn't be prouder of the effort that we gave tonight, because I think every girl fought for 32 minutes and left everything they had on the floor. And it starts on defense for your team, and you guys have been the A.V. Amos hitting a half-court shot. Brad, you and I talked during half-court shots that happened at Pella High, too. A.V. hits $1,000 for the 2 schools. Your thoughts about your defense setting up the offense, and really your best maybe offensive night of the whole season. And again, it started because your defense was the catalyst. Right. The kids were out and getting their hands on balls, on passes, get their hands out in the passing lane. And we preach that throughout the season, to just get out there and try and get touches, try and get deflections, and good things happen. And we had some breakaway layups. Unfortunately, we didn't hit a few of those. If we were 100% from that spot, it might be a different basketball game. But, under that pressure, still very, very pleased and proud of the girls coming out there. You're right, getting the defensive effort, and that generates your offense. Well, and it felt like you hung with them close, but the one problem area in the game for you, Coach, was at the end of the second quarter. Pella goes on a 14-2 run. They kind of break things open, and ultimately the rest of the game was even. It was just that little stretch that was the difference. Yeah, and we really have felt up to that time we had been playing, maybe even outplaying them. Childerston had a good first half for them. The big 3-point shots, I think she had 4 of them there, and we got a little greedy defending. We had some touches, and we didn't keep things nice and tight. And then they were able to get some penetration in the lane, then kick it out to her, and she hit some big shots, and they went on that run, and we couldn't recover from that. How critical was it to elevate your game the way you did against a team like Pella, especially after Tuesday? I know you were really disappointed with just how that game went from start to finish. Right, yeah, tonight, and we didn't necessarily have a good practice. I said at the end of the game tonight, I said, hey, girls, I am very proud because after last night's practice, I thought, uh-oh, and they said, well, yeah, we did too. But they came out and gave everything they had. Faith played 32 minutes tonight, and with her head up and passing the ball as good as we've seen her do all season. So it's just great to see her put that kind of performance together. Chloe Heisman comes out too as well. Two freshman kids come out and play great games for us, and of course Jocelyn is always just a warrior out there as well. Well, and you're shorthanded, right? 2 girls you thought being in your rotation aren't playing here at this point in the season, and you've had to have some girls step up. And they're young, and now they've obviously now gotten almost a full season. But I imagine that has to be encouraging, that there are signs that things are getting better, because that can be tough to measure in a 3-18 season usually. Yeah, when you go with like Chloe, her confidence in her shooting from the field is growing, and she's always been a very good defender. So yeah, you mentioned that 3-18. We've got to be the best 3-18 teams in the state. Yeah, I don't disagree. I really hope so. And so 3-18 teams can sometimes sneak up on those other ones, and that's what we're set to do. Well, and it's your schedule, right? And we talk about it all year. You're playing right now, I think, 3 of the top 10 teams in Class 4A on a regular basis. And I know you don't want to make excuses, but that your hope has made your girls better. And the teams that you're likely going to face if you keep winning in the postseason have not seen teams that good, maybe at all year. So you do have that advantage heading in to this upcoming tournament run. Right. And it'll depend for us. In the regular season, the game was very, very physical against teams like Norwalk and stuff. They're going to come out and just ride you full court. We might not see that, in our tournament play here for at least for a while. And so that's a good thing for us. It's just exhausting, especially when you're a little bit shorthanded to have somebody, hound you the whole game. And tonight we're getting better at it. but maybe we won't see that quite as much in the postseason.
Well, in a packed week, I imagine you've at least done some prep coming up. When this interview airs again, it'll be later today. So Saturday, you've got Pekin, and the postseason begins. I imagine you've had to do at least a little bit of preparation, knowing that they're next and there's only a day to get ready.
Yeah, Pekin played Mediapolis Monday night this week, so I went down to Pekin to watch that. So the first two opponents that we would have in the postseason played each other Monday night, so I got a good idea of what they're doing, and we were preparing for obviously Oskaloosa and Pella up to this point, but tomorrow we'll get in practice and maybe not have a long stressful practice, but just okay, this is the prep stuff that we got to have, be prepared for. We might throw in a new wrinkle or two and see what's going on or see what happens.
And what do you think the key is to beating the Panthers on the road to start your postseason journey?
Well, you got to shoot the ball well, obviously. We got to get our offense. Our defense, we can come out and we can do that well when we're playing with the intensity that we had tonight. But we got to hit shots. Hey, there's another one.
Quinn Ramey knocks it in. That's head coach Brad Ingers of the Eagles girls joining us here following the team's loss to Pella. Coach, it's been great to see your team elevate its play late in the season. We hope that continues Saturday at Pekin. Appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
We'll have more of the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show.
At the Pella, Oski, and Knoxville Hy-Vees, we have the best beef with special pricing available right now. Get Hy-Vee Choice Reserve boneless beef brisket for just $4.99 a pound. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve bacon wrapped beef sirloin filet is $3.99 for a 5-ounce cut and $5.99 for an 8-ounce cut. And Hy-Vee 8515 fresh ground beef is only $4.99 a pound. Try the best beef around with these special prices and more, available now through Tuesday, February 15th at the Pella, Oski, and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish. That's Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
This is the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. We'll do a Marion County Bank radio scoreboard even with our Strava Cellular Instant Radio updates because Marion County Bank just raised $5,375 for our two schools' activities funds. What scores do we have, Mr. Crabb?
Yeah, looking at our girls' games, we're still waiting to find out on Twin Cedars Tri-County. Two small schools, not a lot of people reporting on that, so we'll try to get that to you once we can find it. Wayne defeated Melcher Dallas girls 47-37 in the first round of the playoffs. The Melcher Dallas season comes to a close. The Pella girls defeated Pella Christian 55-42 here a little bit ago on 92.1 KRLS. The Knoxville boys just went final against Bondurant-Farrar. Bondurant-Farrar knocks off Knoxville 86-39. That game was live over on 95.3 KNIA. Pleasantville boys 41, Saydell boys 41 after 3. We'll make sure we haven't gotten anything more from Alex Cook on that. We have not. PCM and Nevada at last check. It was Nevada 47, PCM 37.
The hero,
after 3.
My hero? No, darn it. He didn't change the score.
We thought we were going to get that.
Yeah.
Also, going back to our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, one final thing. Girls and boys bowling results from the Two Rivers Conference meet. Knoxville finished 5th, Pella Christian 7th, and Pella 8th in girls bowling. And in boys bowling, Pella 4th, Knoxville 5th, and Pella Christian 7th were their finishing positions.
Your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you and building community across the Red Rock area and raising money for our local schools with their locations in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. Inside the Numbers is delivered by Pella Fiber. Levi Skelhaus with 12, Nico Schurz with 4, Jaden Heisman with 3, Eric Mulder with 7. Keegan Hansen, as of right now, has 6 points. Parker Elder with 4, Preston Rowe with 4, Luke Hardman with 4, Noah Allen with 3. Turnovers, I've got 4-3.
I have 5-3
okay.
in favor of Pella Christian.
And then rebounds, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18 for Pella. 5, 8, 10, 13, 16, 18 for Pella Christian, 16 for Pella. Inside the Numbers is delivered by Pella Fiber, where they are expanding fiber to over 1,000 homes and counting, but it's neighbors, not numbers, that matter most. Visit and learn more at PellaFiber.com. Let's go ahead and take a look at our second half adjustments presented by the Gurus of Garage Doors at the Young Door Service. Other than the one I wanted them to make on the scoreboard, Tyler, these two teams, I think, playing to their strengths really well. Levi Skillhouse got hot. Mulder got things started for PC. They want that to continue. Pella's had balanced scoring, and the Dutch have had a ton of offensive rebounds but haven't been able to capitalize. It might be the team who has the ball last year.
It really might be, and I would say for the Eagles, the thing that they really have, that I would stress to them is, they got to find a way to get more balance. That's one thing I noticed early in the season. It was a really balanced attack here for the Eagles, and as of late, they've kind of gotten away from that, and, it's been kind of the quote-unquote star players, the Eric Mulder, the Levi Skillhouse that you mentioned, and a couple of others that will show up. Hey! They did fix the score.
They fixed the score! Strauber Cellular Instant Radio Update.
And so we do have a tie game now, so now it really could be.
26-all. That was our biggest adjustment of the night, presented by the Gurus of Garage Doors.
For the Gurus of Garage Doors, the Young Door Service in Pella.
Yeah, it's a bit. That's a good thing.
Here, and Eagles fans, I know I don't sound like I'm happy, but if it was the opposite, I would be every bit as upset, because I want this game to be good. I want both these teams to do well, and I'd hate for this game to be decided by a bucket that was made that didn't count. That's all I have to say. I'm over it now. I am so happy we have a tie game, because these are my two favorite teams, and I want both to win tonight, and they can't, and I'm upset by that.
Well, and from my perspective, I am a Pella Christian broadcaster. I have not covered Pella. I've only covered Pella Christian. And from my perspective, it wouldn't mean as much if that were the case.
The Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires for Denmark. Their no appointment oil change and full mechanical work. Stop and see Shonda Ward and his crew next to Walmart and Pella at Central Tire and Auto. My good friend and former Eagles coach Larry Hessing watching along. He's rooting for the Eagles, and he says he's happy things got fixed as well. Nico Schurz, he gets the offensive rebound, and he's got 6 points. It's 12 or 13 combined points for the two postmen for the Eagles, and some pressure coming from PC on this Dutch backcourt. Eagles back on top. So thank you to Larry Hessing, who was a longtime color commentator on our football broadcast and a future Hall of Fame coach for this Eagles team with over 600 career wins. Happy Larry's joining us along here as the Dutch. Keegan Hansen for three. Yes, and Hansen gets it back on top. And the Dutch now, we're going back and forth, as we should be.
Yeah, he now has 11 because he was the bucket that didn't count in the first half.
Yeah, he's up to 11 now. So he's at the 6:41 mark in the second quarter. Thank you to Coach Hessing for pointing that out. Mulder, he will slam it home through some tough defense. That is as good as it will get. Your drive to the basket presented and grown by champion seed dealer Jay Boat. A two-hand slam for Mulder. He's got 9 points.
And Preston Rowe was in great defense there.
And there's Carl Miller, the mid-range J for two.
Yeah, Carl Miller and Noah Allen with just the combined 6 points in that first half. Very surprising from the Dutch. They're only two double-digit scorers.
Back and forth we go here. 6:29 remaining here in the third. Here's Aiden Stoltz. Dutch are back on top. We've now had 8 ties or lead changes in this game. Here's Jaden Heisman. Can he answer? Oh, no. Rebound tipped and controlled by Mulder. He's up to 5. Heisman thought about trying again, sent dribble drives, left-hand hook shot, no. And this time the rebound tipped and controlled by Carl Miller. And can the Dutch get a run out? The alley-oop, no. Kick out, Noah Allen in the corner for 3. Yes.
Yeah, big-time play right there by the Dutch to turn.
And they're almost happy they didn't get the dunk for Elder as it goes a kick out, and it's Noah Allen who buries it from downtown.
Yeah, big turn of events there for the Dutch.
And see if the Eagles can answer. They had a huge second quarter. Here's Stoltz to Schurz. Schurz, spin move, finds his opening. Layup is good. Nico Schurz has 8 points, 34-32.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a game like this out of Nico Schurz where he's been really dominating in the post, but he's starting to find his stride at the right time of the season.
Here's Preston Rowe finding Parker Elder, and through the tough defense for 2. Again, he has zero fear of number 32 from the Eagles. Does Parker Elder, and he'll answer. Dutch up by 4.
Yeah, Elder with some nice vertical on that shot there.
Here's Heisman. Jaden Heisman has his pass tipped. Finding Mulder, no, it's a turnover. And it's a steal for Carl Miller, his second. Miller on the other half loses his dribble. Bullet pass tipped back out to him from Rowe. No-look pass for Hansen. Hansen waits for the defense. 13 points for Keegan Hansen, and the Dutch their largest lead at 6.
Yeah, things quickly
vision for last timeout and a full timeout.
Yeah, things quickly went awry there for the Eagles.
Delivery.com is the restaurant delivery service in Pella with great local restaurants such as George's, Canaritos, Yumoto's, Liberty Street Kitchen, Dutch Fix, and more. And you can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner, just like Ashley Fox recently did. Our fan of the game has won $10 toward her next order. Try Delivery.com this week and listen to our next broadcast to see if you are our fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. Thanks to Frank and Zeb and their work tonight on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel as they're putting it on for you here. And that broadcast is brought to you by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, the proud video sponsor of Eagles Athletics. It's Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy.
Yeah, we do have some
there you go.
Strauver Cellular Instant Radio updates. Twin Cedar girls advance in first-round playoff action. They defeat Tri-County 39-28. And PCM boys fall to Nevada 72-53 in that game. So that is our final there. We will await. It sounds like Pleasantville and Pleasantville and Sadell are close to wrapping up. Sadell leads Pleasantville 56-51 with 1:14 left in the fourth quarter.
Your Strauver Cellular Instant Radio updates. 4:42 remaining here in the third. And it's Pella 38, Pella Christian 32. Both teams have led in this game by 2 possessions. And Hansen denies the entry pass. That's the second turnover of the half here. And a steal for the Dutch. Allen from long range. NBA gets the bank to go. And Allen's starting to heat up. He has 9. And it's a 9-point Dutch lead in the blink of an eye. There's a reach-in and a foul on Tyson DeVries. Everything was clicking for the Eagles heading into the half, but the Dutch have cranked up the defensive pressure. PC, no answer so far.
Well, I mentioned it at the top. Key to the game, offensive rhythm. Eagles have lost that rhythm a little bit here coming out of the break, and it has led to a 9-point Pella advantage.
That's the first foul of the half. Skelhaus got white hot in that second quarter, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Skelhaus, shot fake. Can he do it again? No. And there's Noah Allen getting the rebound.
Yeah, things are quickly working
out of hand here. And here's Elder, nearly a turnover Dutch. Instead, Parker drives around the defense and can't get it to go. No, Carl Miller cleans it up again. 4 offensive rebounds for Carl Miller, and he has 7 points, and the Dutch are running away here in the third quarter. Eagles need to get something going on this possession.
Yeah,
it was tied at 26, and it's now been a 17-6 run for the Dutch out of the break.
Yeah, the Eagles got to get it inside to Mulder here, I feel like. That was what got them started early.
And there's another tip and another steal Dutch, and they're going for the run out, and they'll get things going here.
DeVries just took an elbow to the face on the pass attempt there.
It was unintentional.
Yeah,
clearly.
Totally unintentional.
But he needs a second and a vision for less timeout.
Yeah,
by the way, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Let's take a Pella Hy-Vee game reset. We were tied at 26 at the half. It is a 17-6 run for the Dutch to open the quarter, 43-32. 3:15 remaining in the third. DeVries is favoring his eye on the vision for less officials timeout. Pella has the ball in an 11-point lead. And regardless of what the score fiasco was in the first half, Pella is playing like a team possessed here in the third quarter. In the corner, Allen. Allen, center of the lane. Right-handed floater, no good. There's Eric Mulder. Eagles need an answer here.
Yeah, they got the stop they needed here. Now
they got to find some offense. The Dutch defense has added some intensity here in the third. Skelhaus tiptoes the baseline, and there's a bump called on Mulder. On Mulder, as in a Dutch defender. I think it was Miller that got tangled up with him. Mulder has been on the receiving end of some physical defense, and this officiating crew has kind of boggled my mind with how they've called things. You know, it feels like it's a tap on the arm on the shot, and they're getting 2 shots. But we've seen Mulder get tackled 3 or 4 times, and that was actually on Pogo Parker. I think it was on Miller, but
yeah, they called it on Elder. That's his second.
Okay. 43-32, and that's on Noah Allen. He got tangled up with Nico Schurz, number 4 on number 4 crime.
we've got a little bit of an inverse going here. It was 7-2 in the first half in the foul count. The Eagles had 7, Dutch with 2.
Yeah.
This half, 3 on the Dutch, 0 on the Eagles.
2:38 remaining here in the third, 43-32.
Yes.
Jaden Heisman, crossover, step back 3, too long. Mulder gets it to go, and he gets the put back in. Cleanup crew for Mulder. He's into double figures with 11, 7 rebounds. Miller collides with Heisman, and Heisman tasked with the foul. Bang, bang play, but Miller had the position on the ball.
Yeah, Heisman was there. If he wouldn't have left his feet, he might have had it.
That's the first of the half and the second for Heisman. Strawber Cellular instant radio update. St. L beats Pleasantville, 61-58 final. Carl Miller kicks it out to Allen. And the Dutch with a 9-point lead. It's been as much as 11 here in this game so far. All coming here in the third quarter. Elder on the lane. Gets it out to the freshly checked in Hardman on the baseline. Here's Miller, bullet pass to Elder. Eagles defense. This is where they had the success, Tyler, in that first half, getting these long possessions. But Carl Miller is just too good when you leave him open. He was wide open at the free throw line.
Yeah, the Dutch shooting white hot here in the third quarter. I only have 2 misses in the entire period.
45-34. And this is a little bit what I talked about in our McCall Monumental radio keys of the game. Can the Dutch elevate their game? The answer is yes. Aiden Stoltz, 3 no. And a foul on Mulder. That's his second. Rebound credited to Hansen, who he bumped into, 45-34. And that's 2 on Mulder, not in foul trouble. And that's been a huge difference on this stretch run for PC, Tyler. These last 3 games, Mulder, out of foul trouble, has been able to be that rim protector, right? But he's now got to be a little bit careful in the back of his head with 1:32 remaining here in the third. A Pella Hy-Vee game reset, 45-34. Dutch on top by 11, matching their largest advantage. Here's Noah Allen out to Luke Hardman. Hardman hands it off to Carl Miller, who has 9 points now. Carl, great pass into Hardman, no. And it's a rebound. Mulder, a few Dutchmen wanted the goaltending, but
they missed a goaltend. Mulder got his hand through the net.
And now Heisman to answer no. And the Eagles have gotten cold. There's Parker Elder saving the rebound, and he'll get the timeout on his way out of bounds. Nifty move there, but in a savvy move by Pogo Parker. 45-34, 1:02 remaining here in the third.
Yeah, Coach Bohr is not thrilled that they granted the timeout. No one on the PC bench is thrilled.
Yeah, well, and every possession matters in a game like this, as we were talking about. It's a 30-second vision for less timeout. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Pella Christian Basketball on YouTube, please consider a donation to help keep it free. You can go to PCEagles.org and click the donate button, or just click the Eagle head logo in the bottom right-hand corner of this video and hit the donate to PC link in the header. Well, it feels like the energy and air has been taken out of the gym a little bit here by Pella's run.
Yeah,
it was really heated that first half, especially because of the scoreboard situation and then the Eagles getting white hot in the second quarter. Pella, though, when we think about our key play of the game, that regardless of what happened, Pella was able to essentially tie the game. They were down by as much as 7 in that second quarter, but that to me was a huge key. Pella came in with a clean slate, and they came out of the locker room firing, and now they've got the ball with a minute remaining here in the quarter. Pella Christian needs something. Here's Kaichis in the corner, Hardman.
Yeah, well, and the Dutch have shot 8 of 11 here in the second half.
Oh, and there's a big turnover. They were looking for Miller, well covered by Aiden Stoltz. First turnover of the half for Pella. That's been the other key. They've been playing clean basketball. Nearly tipped away by Hardman. It stays Eagles ball. Heisman, can he finally get one to go? Yes. Jaden Heisman, his first one since the first quarter. He's had a lot of good looks, and he finally sinks one and gets us with an 8. Here's Elder at the half-court line. And Pella is content again to hold. They have the arrow.
Yeah, Elder working against Schurz, too. Schurz now wanting
kind
to
of
get
a flip of the
by.
defense here. 6 seconds remaining. Elder, spin move. Fade away, 2, no. Loose ball rebound will take us to the buzzer. It's the Dutch that take control after we were tied at the half. Pella 45, Pella Christian 37. Do the Eagles have a big fourth quarter ahead, or will it be the Dutch to get the season sweep inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth?
Remodeling can be a headache, especially when you're trying to work around your contractor's schedule. You don't have to worry about that with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Just ask Deb Shaw of Pella.
Mike was always very accommodating to our schedule. Anytime that we set up a time to meet, he always wanted to make sure it worked for us. Most of our meetings were in the evening, and it never bothered him to come out and be out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. February is National Pet Dental Month, and I'd like to encourage you to schedule an oral exam for your pet. All of our dental services are discounted during the month of February, including cleaning of the teeth, polishing of the teeth, and dental surgery where needed. Call today to schedule your pet's oral checkup at 628-4040 for Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our number one concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Pella Christian down by 8. Dutch have the ball. Good shooting percentage for the Dutch, 75% according to our own Tyler Crabb in that third quarter. Can Pella keep it going, or can the Eagles close the gap? Andrew Schneider, Tyler Crabb on KRLS. Carl Miller, right side, bodied up by Stoltz. Good defense. Pella maintains possession on the far sideline. It's Noah Allen. 7:38 remaining. Pella, the thing about that they've shown improvement here, at least tonight, is their willingness to take good looks. Often they would pop up the three. They didn't here, and they haven't popped up a random shot. Everything has been within themselves. Here's Allen.
Yeah, I think Pella did a little bit of scouting here, and they're going to take the DCG tactic, and they're going to hold until Pella Christian extends, and then they're going to try to take advantage of that. Yeah.
Right side Miller in the corner. Keegan Hansen wide open three. That rims out no. And Heisman will get the rebound. Elder gets his third foul. And will actually give Schurz the rebound. He finished that play and ended up getting Parker on his third foul. And that's a defender Pella can't afford to lose, as we've seen in late game situations.
Well, and you can't really, offensively too, he's been the catalyst, it feels like, for everything the Dutch have done here tonight. You know, whether it be an Allen or Miller shot, it feels like Elder's the guy who's starting those sequences.
6:55 remaining here in the fourth, 45-37. Here's Stoltz. Stoltz to Schurz. Schurz works it over to Skelhaas. Skelhaas gets it in for two. Yeah. Levi was the one who started the fire for the Eagles in the second. He needs to do it here in the fourth and gets them going. Now a two-possession game, a 4-0 Eagles run. Noah Allen, though, beautiful touch, center of the lane, answers for two. And PC can't give up freebies like that and leave Allen that wide open.
Yeah, Skelhaas guessed off of a screen and guessed wrong there.
6:23 remaining here in the fourth. Good catch there, Tyler. Here's Heisman. Hit a big three to kind of get this little run started here for the Eagles. Dutch up by 8. 6:12 remaining here in the fourth. Skelhaas thought about a three for a second. Hits it off his own foot. Saves it from going out of bounds. Dutch still trying to play around with it. Eagles will save the possession for now. Yeah, Heisman out to Schurz. And here's Skelhaas. Skelhaas whips it out. Heisman contested three, and he's got it going. Jaden Heisman gets it within 5. And now Pella needs an answer. Noah Allen. Allen kicks it out to a wide open Hardman in the corner, and the answer. What a play by Noah Allen. And the kick-out choice was perfect, and that's a big answer for the Dutch. Heisman should lose it out of bounds. And he'll step on the baseline with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I don't know. Heisman just had a little bit of a gaffe there mentally as the ball was going to go out of bounds, and I think they were going to give him the ball back there, and he went and grabbed it before it went out of bounds.
That's a big turnover for Pella Christian, their 5th of the half. 50-42 Dutch. Just when the Eagles were picking up some steam, Pella's been able to put a cap on it for now. Out to Rowe after Allen did the dribble drive. It's Parker Elder near center court. Now Noah. 5:17 remaining here in the fourth. Handoff goes to Carl Miller. Miller looking for a screen from Rowe. Pass down low on the baseline. Cutting was Hardman. He can't handle it cleanly. Allen finds an open Rowe. His shot is recycled, and a foul called on Mulder.
Yeah, they said he got him on the arm, but that looked like a lot of basketball in my opinion.
Oh, I don't recognize this crew. I don't think they normally call Little Hawkeye Conference games, and I'm starting to maybe see why.
Yeah, that was...
Rowe missed the first. That's a big one. That puts Mulder at 3 fouls. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, it looked like, I'm trying my best to not
justify it?
Yeah, I'm trying my best to justify it, but that did not look like much contact.
It was closer to a goaltend than anything, and Mulder gets the rebound. He's got 11 points, 9 rebounds.
Yeah, so the only thing that hurt is the foul on Mulder.
Dutch have not been great at the foul line. Here's Schurz over to Mulder. Mulder has it knocked away, and then a reach-in called there. 50-42, Dutch on top of the Eagles. Do have to remind you that you're listening to Dutch basketball powered and Eagles basketball powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS Pella Knoxville and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Stoltz the three, rims in and out, no. Offensive rebound, Heisman. Heisman keeps the possession alive here for PC. Skelhaus can't finish for 2, and Parker Elder using his height, and a whistle and a foul. Eagles fans wanted a jump ball. That's the 4th foul and a critical one on Eric Mulder.
Yeah, that's a big foul there.
And you got to put Andrew. You can't have him on the floor. That's too late. 4:33 remaining, 50-42. Yeah, Pella on top by 8. Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. See what the Dutch have maybe for our creative idea drawn up by Branda Peel. With this 8-point lead, see how they salt this game away. Are we going to see that tournament team that I talked about in the pregame? Or can the Eagles find a window? But boy, the Dutch have dodged some bullets, and Eric Mulder with 4 fouls is a big part of that now. Here's Elder, scoots it out to Noah Allen. Allen off the screen. And we should, by the way, should mention it shouldn't be 4 fouls on Mulder probably after that last play. Allen trying to find some separation on Skelhaus. Dutch are happy. This may not seem creative, but this is a new look here for Pella. Kind of taking the air out of the ball. Your creative idea drawn up by Branda Peel for easy for me to say, print, web, video, and interactive. Branda Peel is relentless, as is that random stutter for you. Thank you, Branda Peel.
Yeah, this is definitely the scouting report coming into play.
It is.
They watched that Dallas Center Grimes game. I did that game, and this is exactly what Dallas Center Grimes did, was they just dribbled it around, waited for the Eagles to extend, waited for the defense to break down, and then attacked.
And let's be real. In the era next year, the shot clock coming, this can't happen. Another foul on Stoltz. Now the 1-and-1s are coming. The 3:24 remaining seems a little early to foul here. But, Pella saw what was happening. And I think Coach Moore's like, fine, we'll put you at the line.
Yeah, and honestly, that's not a bad
because now the single bonus.
It's 2 for 6 at the free throw line for Pella in this game.
Well, and I think for Pella Christian's sake, they almost want Pella to win this at the foul line because there's no Mulder, and this is where you miss him. Backdoor cut wide open for Rowe, and if Mulder's on the floor, he can block that shot or at least take a swing at it.
Yeah. Saying Andringa tried, but he just doesn't have the
height or explosiveness.
Yeah.
He has the energy. Skelhaus, desperation 3, and he'll get his prayer answered.
And a vision for less timeout by J.D. Bohr.
That was the little lift the Eagles needed with 2:55. There's still some time here, but the PC defense is going to need some stops as that long shot goes in for Levi Skelhaus. Whole lot to get to here tonight on what has been a wild night of Tulip City basketball as we cross the 9 o'clock hour here on 92.1 KRLS. Again, remind you that the video stream tonight presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. 2 timeouts remaining for the Eagles, 3 for Pella. The Dutch right now seems the strategy is layups only. The other side, Tyler, again, our creative idea drawn up by Branda Peel. The Eagles almost have to put Pella at the line here soon. It's a 3-possession game, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but if the Dutch are going to do something I haven't seen them do in my 8 years of broadcasting the Dutch and take the ball out of the air, then maybe that's what they do.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not sure. I've just lost the number that I had for the season free throw percentage, but 2 for 6 on the night here for the Dutch. The Eagles just 1 of 2. So, really neither team shooting it well from the free throw line, so it's not a bad idea to foul.
Pella Christian at one point led this game by 7. No shot. Foul by Schurz. Hansen was waiting for the defense to come. It'll be foul shots anyway, but a 1-and-1 for Keegan Hansen.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that play in general. I feel like that's just a safety risk you're putting, just in general, when you pump fake like that and you let a guy go up in the air and then you go up into him. That just feels like a safety risk. I know that it's a common play.
Yeah.
It's just one that it.
Oh, and this is Mulder in with the rebound. He's in a double-double, and this is why you put Pella on the line. They have been not very good. Schurz has 3 fouls, by the way. 2 of 7 from the charity stripe for the Dutch.
Yeah, they got to find Skelhaus here. He's been the catalyst, it feels like.
And then Heisman, well, hey, he can make it too. Jaden Heisman, the Eagles are doing the job they needed to do. Pella had an 11-point lead. It's down to 4. And it's almost like, I have a ton of respect for Coach Schulte and his staff. That's nearly stolen, and it's a vision for less timeout near side. No, it will stay Pella ball. It was knocked out off of Pella Christian. Right call. 52-48 with 2 minutes remaining, but Pella taking the ball out of the air of the ball is not their style. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, and it seems like they may try again, but the way they're shooting, it's almost like they're better off trying to take it at Mulder, right? Get him off the floor.
Yeah, that's been a big help for the Eagles, is having Mulder on the floor because he takes so much attention.
Here's Allen. Mulder's on the floor. He's got to stay on at this point. Heisman mugging Rowe. Yeah, but again, I don't think that's it's not a bad thing for PC because they got the 3. So even if Rowe makes both, it's now a 2-possession game. So they got the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it stinks that Heisman got his 3rd, but I think that you want that Rowe 0 for 2 on the night. Part of that 2 for 7 free throw shooting. This is probably your best bet here if you're the Eagles.
They'll miss the front end of the 1-1 again. The door is wide open now for the Eagles to get this within 1 possession. 90 seconds remaining here in the 4th. A Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Pella 52, Pella Christian 48. Skelhaus rims out, no. Mulder gets the offensive rebound. He's up to 12. Skelhaus losing the dribble. Now a loose ball on the floor. Something's got to get called here.
Timeout by J.D. Moore.
It is a vision for less timeout for PC.
I say, ironic.
I mean, they have to call something, right?
They did have to call something. I was going to go here and say, the Dutch tried to slow this game down, run the clock, and honestly, it might have been their biggest. It might be the thing that opened the door back up for Pella Christian because it forced the Eagles to foul and put the Dutch on the line, and the Dutch have not been able to convert on their free throw attempts.
And here's the other part too: Carl Miller, Noah Allen have not taken a free throw in this game.
No,
and in this situation, it works if those guys are at the foul line hitting all their free throws. But they're not. And so now for Pella, they've got to come up with something here, namely a stop to get the ball back because it's a 2-possession game. Eagles now have all the momentum here in the 4th quarter. This is a vision for less timeout. 52-48 Pella. Eagles have the ball. 1 timeout remaining for Coach J.D. Moore. Improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella and get back in the game.
Yeah, let's run through our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard really quickly. Pella Christian girls fell to Pella earlier, 55-42. Wayne defeated Melcher Dallas girls in the first round of the playoffs, 47-37. Twin Cedars defeat Tri-County the first round of the playoffs, 39-28.
And we'll have more later on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Eagles have the ball, 52-48, down by 4 to Pella. In the corner, Heisman to get within 1. No, the Eagles have had a lot of that, but Schurz gets another rebound. And suddenly it's the Eagles winning the rebounding battle here in the second half. Here's Skelhaus. Skelhaus step back to get within 2. No. Parker Elder rebound to Hansen. Eagles with 2 really good looks. And now it's Carl Miller at the line and 2 shots coming for the driller.
No, it's Elder.
Oh, it's Elder. Oh, I thought Carl had the ball in his hand.
No, they threw it to Elder, but I think they called the
right before.
Threw it to Miller, but yeah, they called
Parker.
He's 0 for 1 on the night.
Can he get it to go and make it a 5-point game? No. I guess that was the last 1-1 too. I have a miscount of my fouls. So now Pella's in the double bonus, but they've missed all 3 of the front end of 1-1s. Pella Christian with 45 seconds remaining. Here's Mulder. Mulder in traffic, and he draws more contact and 2 shots coming.
Yeah, I will say this. Eric Mulder maybe hasn't had the second half he wanted, but he has put in an absolutely tremendous amount of work in this game.
11 points, 12 rebounds. And he's got 2 big ones coming here. He's got to make the next one. He misses.
Yeah, he's the only person who's attempted free throws for the Eagles all night. He's 1 for 3. Free throw shooting, the key to this game, apparently, that we missed earlier.
Well, and he's got to make this one. And he misses. And the rebound for Elder. Now that one, I think, is going to haunt the Eagles.
And how big is those 2 points now that were possibly missed earlier?
Right. Now that we have the scoreboard correct, I can't imagine my anxiety levels if it was closer, but we had that fix that's in the past now. But here's Noah Allen at the line, and this is again Noah and Carl are the guys that Coach Schulte want at the end of the game, and Parker to an extent. Parker's 0 for 2. Let's see if Noah can get those in. And Pella Christian, they've missed some chances here late, Tyler. They just have.
Yeah, they really
had
have.
a couple of shots go in and out. That's not your fault, but that Mulder free throw miss, I think that's going to do them in. Because Allen, now that Pella's got their guy at the line, or one of their 2 guys at the line,
it's going to be a difficult stretch to come back in.
He'll rattle it in home. It's weird to say that's been the difference for the Dutch, but they finally got the guy they want at the foul line, and they extend their lead to 6. Pella Christian's got to work quickly.
Yeah, and they need a 3.
And they're going to lose it out of bounds. Turnover.
Yeah.
And that'll do it.
Yeah.
13 seconds remaining. Eagles just out of time. And credit Carl Miller. That was some great body defense there. Skelhaus just never had control. And he'll hack Allen on the line, and Allen can make it official, making 1 of 2. Well, the Eagles fought their tails off.
That they did.
After Pella came roaring out of the halftime gates, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic of Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
And credit the Eagles in the 4th quarter. They got punched hard in the mouth. We're down by 11. Rallied and fought all the way back within 4, but just couldn't get that one shot to make it a 1-possession game. And then finally the Dutch were able to get their man on the foul line, a perfect 4 for 4. Noah Allen gets to 15 points. He's at .993 in his remarkable 4-year career. And 11:22 remaining, Pella Christian down by 8. And it's the Dutch that are going to get the Tulip City sweep. Here's Stoltz. Stoltz left side, gets it to go. But at this point, it's just for the final margin. And the Pella Dutch needed that state tournament quality team to come out, and they did so in the second half, and the Eagles came roaring back, but it wasn't enough. Another chapter closed in this remarkable high school basketball rivalry. Your final score, Pella 56, Pella Christian 50. A very intriguing Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show awaits us on KRLS.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. They have openings on first, second, and third shift for positions including quality control, operations, and maintenance starting at $17.85 an hour. All 9 positions will receive the shift differential. Quality control and operations will receive a 50-cent an hour increase at 3 months and an additional 50-cent an hour increase at 6 months. Employees will be offered weekly pay up to $1,000, a free 2-year college tuition, compressive benefits, paid vacation, and a 401k. Apply today at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Check out these Valentine's Day deals available right now at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella, Oski, and Knoxville. Get 6 Bakery Fresh Heart Cutout Cookies for just $5.99. Ghirardelli chocolate-covered strawberries are only $12.99 for a 6-count and $24.99 for a dozen. A 12-stem rose bouquet is just $19.99, or pick up a grab-and-go arrangement for only $65. These Valentine's Day deals are available now through Tuesday, February 15th at the Pella, Oski, and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we know how important it is for athletes to heal properly so they can continue making plays and staying active. We pride ourselves in providing top-notch care for athletes of any age. Whether you're the quarterback for a local team, a leisurely runner, or somewhere in between, we've got you covered at Kinetic Edge. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose Kinetic Edge. Contact us today at kineticedgept.com or 621-0230.
Would you look at the time? It's tax time. You already know H&R Block does taxes, but here's what you may not know when you file with H&R Block, like how you can get expert help in person or virtually. Plus, our tax pros average 10 years of experience. You can even request to work with the same tax pro every year, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. No one offers more ways to help with your taxes than H&R Block. At H&R Block, help is here.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzombek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Here's a garage door tip from the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service. Not all insulated garage doors are created equally. You can get a quote-unquote insulated garage door with an R value as low as 3. The best insulated garage doors have an R value over 15. That's a major difference. So before buying your new garage door, visit with the gurus of garage doors and make sure that you get the right insulation level to get the job done.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella. At Pella Fiber, you're more than just a number. You're a neighbor, a friend, a family member. You are what makes Pella a great place to live, work, and play. And Pella Fiber is dedicated to bringing you the connections you need to live life to its fullest. So while big telecommunications companies see you as just another number on a profit statement, you'll always be much more to us. Pella Fiber, neighbors, not numbers. Join us at PellaFiber.com and connect to what really matters.
We're in the home stretch of construction of the new Lely Park in Pella. If you've driven by exit 44 on Highway 163, you've seen the building taking shape over the past year, and we're almost ready to move in. Final work is being completed inside with a move-in plan for the second half of March. Once spring hits, we'll move forward with more landscape development, and the Lely Park will really begin to take shape. Check out our website for exciting new job opportunities and be listening for details for our open house planned on June 2nd and 3rd at Lely Park here in Pella.
Inspiration can come from anywhere. At Pella Regional Health Center, we are inspired by excellence. As a local health system, we are able to provide the care and services that meet the real needs of the communities we serve. Let our medical excellence be your inspiration on your journey of well-being. Choose Pella Regional Health Center and experience inspired care for yourself. Visit us at pellahealth.org.
At Ulrich Ford and Lincoln, area residents have trusted us since 1935, and they trust us today as we continue taking care of you. A big part of that trust is because we're here after the sale with local service, and that's especially important in today's technology age. There can be a big learning curve when you buy a new vehicle, and we're here for you to stop by anytime with any question, no matter how big or small. So for your next vehicle purchase, find out for yourself why so many area residents trust Ulrich Ford and Lincoln in Pella, where we're taking care of you.
What are you craving right now? If you're in the Pella area, chances are that you can have it delivered right to you right now from our friends at Delivery.com. With more than a dozen local restaurant partners, you can get everything from a pastry and coffee to pizza, tacos, pasta, sandwiches, wings, burgers, steak, sushi, and more. Don't forget the cupcakes or ice cream for dessert. It's all available at Delivery.com, and they'll bring it right to you at your home or office or wherever you are in the Pella area. Check them out today, Delivery.com.
Van Manen, Seedstra, Meyer, and Nickel may be a long name, but they serve businesses and individuals with both short and long names. When you let the professional CPAs at Van Manen, Seedstra, Meyer, and Nickel both save you time and give you peace of mind, you'll have more time to do the things that are important to you, like grow your business, spend time with your family, or volunteer in the community. You'll even have enough time on your hands to say their full name.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seedstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
As part of our commitment to community, Pella Cooperative Electric is proud to award 3 $1,000 scholarships to area high school seniors. If you're a high school senior at Pella or Pella Christian, or a homeschooled student and your family receives electricity from us, check with your guidance counselor or visit our website for details. Application deadline is February 28 through Dollars for Scholars. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
Two Rivers Co-op is hosting a meeting on crop insurance and grain marketing next Monday, February 14th. It'll start at 11:30 and features Alan Brugler giving an update on the commodity market and Alex Weekly from Assured Partners to talk about what's new for crop insurance. Lunch will also be served as part of this meeting, so you're asked to RSVP by calling any of the Two Rivers offices in Pella, Otley, Monroe, or Tracy for the annual crop insurance meeting next Monday, February 14th at Two Rivers Co-op in Pella.
This is the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. Well, what a wild, wild night of basketball here in the Tulip City Showdown. It's Pella who will come away with a 56-50 victory over Pella Christian here with head coach Derek Schulte. We can talk a little bit later about the score craziness in the first half regardless. A back-and-forth game between two close rivals, and a big third quarter was enough to spur you to a win. I talked about it in the pregame, how at this point you want to start seeing the flashes of the team you want to see in the postseason. This was a tournament-style game, and your guys are able to walk away with it. Your thoughts about how your guys were able to hang on. Wasn't perfect or pretty, and I don't know if you expected it to be, and we've talked about that all year, but you walk away with a W.
Hey, proud of our guys. This was a tough win against an excellent basketball team that just presents so many challenges with that extended 2-3 zone and the size that they have inside. They did a great job in that first half extending out on our three-point shooters and basically challenging us to say, go at Mulder at the rim. But the thing that kept us in it, I think, is after Skullhouse goes off and gives them a run, I thought our run and our finish to that half was so critical, and then the start of that third quarter. And we dug in at that point, got it to what ended up being a tie game, right, when we come back out here. And so that was a key response that really changed the momentum of the game.
And then out of the third quarter, felt like, I'm not sure whatever you talked about the halftime, but that was as good as you've played in a long time. It felt like the Eagles were obviously still had a ton of momentum. You're on their floor, and it was a 17-6 start to that quarter in the first 4 minutes. And I know we've played 20 games at this point, but boy, that felt as good as you've played maybe all season.
Yeah, we moved the ball well. I think we ended up having 16 assists, only 4 turnovers on the night. We said we have to create some extra opportunities, and we had to value the basketball, get some offensive rebounds. We ended up having 11 there of offensive boards. But I thought Carl Miller at the high post, Parker at the high post a few times, just a couple small adjustments. Those guys did a great job of attacking and shooting from that spot. It was tough on the perimeter. It was hard to get Carl looks out there, and so just had to make that adjustment. And then he made some great passes once they did come out on him and got Keegan and Preston going.
Well, and start the third quarter, you have a big advantage, and it was kind of whittled down, kind of a similar story to what happened kind of to you where you were able to come back. You got to 11, got close, you got up to 11 again, and then was it a scouting piece? You kind of took the air out of the ball a little bit. I haven't seen it do that a whole lot, so it was kind of jarring where you kind of went to layup-only mode, and because of how you shot the foul line, it actually allowed PC to get back in the game.
Yeah, and we really weren't attempting to take the air out of the ball, but we almost just got just a little cautious, a little more cautious than what we wanted. They switched to a man and then did a great job, and there was a couple times we ran set plays. They guarded them well, and all of a sudden our guys pulled it out. And I think that looks different, too, if we hit free throws, right? And so it allowed them to get back into the game because we didn't take advantage of free throw situations. But we're a team. Our preference is to be in attack mode, and that still would be our preference there. But give them credit. They got some key fouls. We miss them, and then they hit a couple of key threes to get right back into it. Noah pushing it to 6, getting 2 free throws was huge, and then Carl getting a big stop to sort of seal it.
Well, and it felt like, obviously when it comes to a late game situation, and I'm not trying to knock Preston or Keegan or even Parker to an extent, but the two guys you wanted to have the ball are Carl and Noah, and it finally got to Noah's hands, and I kind of mentioned on the air, wasn't trying to jinx him or anything, he hits 4 in a row to ice the game, and again, those other guys, you want them to step up, and they're decent foul shooters, but it felt like the game was finally in control again when Noah was starting to shoot from the line.
Yeah, we have confidence in all those guys, but every team has their guys they want to get the ball to, and you mentioned those guys right there. And Noah, I just think him extending that from 4 to 6 was such a key piece. It just changed that piece where they had to get a 3 and just took a little pressure off of us. After what it felt like we missed 3 straight 1-and-1s.
How critical do you think, obviously this game You got third place in the conference. It's kind of, the consolation, if you will. I know you want to be conference champions, and that kind of fell away down the stretch run. But how big was this confidence-wise? This is a Pella Christian team coming in that I thought played their best game of the season Tuesday versus Oskaloosa. And even win or lose, how critical was it for you to see these flashes again of what you hope is tournament-style ball? This is a team in PC that might make a run at the 2A title, and your guys answer.
Yeah, we really did, and it is critical. We've had some tough losses. When you look at DCG, we played really a very good basketball game, and they made a couple more plays. And so finding a way to win a close game at the end is such a critical piece of tournament basketball. And hopefully this is something that can give us confidence as we look to Tuesday night to finish up strong and then look ahead to postseason play.
Well, and Tuesday's your final tune-up, and then a really, really tough tournament stretch comes up. Your thoughts about Mount Pleasant? You're going to be on home at least for your next 2 games, which is exciting. One more home game on a Tuesday to tune things up. At this point, I know we've talked almost weekly about, hey, Coach, you got to improve this, that, and the other. Time's starting to run out. You got to be playing your best now.
You're exactly right. And Mount Pleasant's a quality team. They're going to play really good defense. They're more of a grinded-out style. They're playing in the 4-5 game in their postseason matchup. And so they've been very competitive with some of the teams that we've played in terms of Washington and Fairfield and that. So, we know the challenge that's ahead. We got to focus on us most importantly at this point. But hopefully in this last game in the regular season, we can come out and extend the momentum we built tonight.
Well, and this will be our second to last chat before the postseason begins, but I got to ask you, especially with Coach's Corner coming up this weekend, that, how do you feel? I mean, obviously things have not been perfect down the stretch. You play in a really tough conference, but it does feel like you haven't still, in 20 games, put that game all the way together yet, which can be exciting, but I imagine it has to be somewhat nerve-wracking. At the same time, Class 3A feels like it's wide open. What's your general feeling as we head into the final week of the regular season?
Yeah, I really like our team, and the opportunity ahead is one that's challenging, but that's for every league or for every sub-state. And so you look back as we went to a seeding meeting and the resume that we have. Hey, we've had the opportunity to beat DCG, a team that compete for a state title. We've beaten Indianola on the road, a team that has a chance to really push Waukee Northwest, I think, in their sub-state, and then 2 quality wins against an excellent Pella Christian team. And so I think you look at those high-end wins of where we're at, hopefully it can be something that we can build off of, learn from some of the mistakes in the second half of the season, and be ready to really make a push here, and we're excited for it.
That's Pella head coach Derek Schulte following the team's 56-50 win over Pella Christian. Another fun night. Sad a little bit the conference season's over, but this is what you play for, right? The tournament run begins soon. Appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks, Andrew.
We'll have head coach J.D. Bohr of the Eagles when we come back after this on KRLS Insider Cabinet Inside a Pella Radio Postgame Show.
At Bruxford's, we're here to make your house your home. What you put inside your house can help make the difference between whether you enjoy spending time there or not. We'll help you turn your house into a functional, warm, welcoming, lived-in home. Stop in and visit with any member of our team about appliances, furniture, bedding, floor covering, window treatments, and accessories to make your house your home at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
At Hopkins Roofing, we're not a 9-to-5 hit-the-road kind of company. We know that every roof we build and install is an opportunity to do good, to take care of our clients, to give opportunities to our employees, and to give back to the communities we work in. Because we believe that a roof isn't just a covering to keep the weather out. We've seen that a better life can be created through roofing. If it's time for a new roof for your home or business, check out some of our work at hopkinsroofing.com and let us put together a quote for you. Hopkins Roofing. Roofing done for good.
Have you been putting off your annual checkups, especially immunizations, screenings, and chronic disease management? Hi, I'm Dr. Cynthia Hawk, a family medicine physician at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. I'm accepting new patients now. Let me help you take care of your health close to home. At the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, we're proud to be your neighbors, your healthcare providers, and your community partner. To schedule your appointment with me at the Knoxville Hospital Clinic, call 641-842-7211.
If If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations for them to stay in Pella's finest accommodations, the Amsterdam Hotel.
We have many different packages available depending on what they are looking for during their visit.
Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne.
The Visit Pella package has tickets to the Historical Village, Vermeer and Windmill, and Pella bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Molengracht in Pella.
This is our Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show on 92.1 KBLS, our continuing coverage of Eagles basketball following a regular season-ending loss for Pella Christian to Pella, 56-50, here with Eagles head coach J.D. Bohr. And it's what I think all the fans wanted, a close game back and forth between these rivals, two excellent teams in Class 3A and 2A. But a big stretch in the third quarter for the Dutch out of the halftime gates allowed them to pull away, and your guys were playing, chasing the Dutch the rest of the way. Your thoughts, Coach, about a tough loss against a good team here to end the season, and again, a close one against one of these really good conference schools.
Yeah, I mean, this is just my fourth time with this kind of rivalry here with Pella and Pella Christian, fourth time being involved in it, and haven't come on the right end of one yet, but it was one of those games. It was what everybody, like you said, what everybody kind of wanted to see. It was fun back and forth for sure. Both teams had some big runs. Man, the gym was loud. The gym was packed. A lot of fun for our guys to play in. And, we just couldn't make some plays that we needed to. And, it was just tough. It was a tough locker room afterwards because you know how badly these guys wanted it, right? We played really hard. We did some good things. We just couldn't get up over the top, and credit Pella for playing a heck of a game. But yeah, there's a little pain there. There's a little, it's a tough one for us. We really wanted this one, and at times we played well enough to win it, and it just didn't happen for us.
Dutch got out to a 5-point lead in the first quarter, and then things kind of started clicking for you there, end of the first. You got it to tie a 5-0 run, and then it exploded in the second quarter up until a point. I think at one point stretched the lead to 7 or 9, depending on what the scoreboard said. But regardless, you had a 3-possession lead. Yeah. Skelhaus caught fire. That had to be an exciting run, and the potential flash you saw from your team. You said it a couple times this year, you're a team of runs.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
Yeah, we do kind of score in bunches a little bit, and Levi got us going a little bit. He's got an ability to really score the basketball, and when it's going, it's really going. So we had a few sets to get him some shots, and he did a nice job and knocked him down. And a couple times he just made a great play and knocked down the shot. And that was a great answer from our guys after getting down early to fight back and claw it to even at the end of the first quarter, and then have a great second quarter there for a 4 or 5 minute stretch. Unfortunately, we couldn't get into halftime and hold on to that lead. But I like the way that we found some offense there. And, offense is hard to come by tonight. It was just one of those games where both teams were kind of struggling to score at times. We certainly were. It was a physical game. We had a hard time getting into some of our stuff. So it's nice when you can get a little burst from a guy, and Levi was able to provide that for us.
When you talked about it, you go up by 7, and then at the half you're tied, and I think that changed a lot, and then Pella came roaring out of the gates. What went wrong that allowed, in your mind, Pella to really take control there in that third quarter? They had a 17-6 stretch in the first 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, we just struggled getting some stops, and a few of them were some breakdowns in our zone. We were sticking with our zone there in the third quarter, and I was kind of hoping that we would settle in a little bit. But credit Pella, they were ready for it. They had some good plays to attack our zone, got the ball in the middle of the floor, and found some shooters. And we got a little too extended sometimes, but Pella does that to you because they have a lot of shooters. You got to get out there and guard them. And we struggled around the rim too. Some athleticism that they have to go at Eric Mulder and score. We just don't see that very often, so they did a nice job of attacking that. And, I just didn't think we were able to turn them over. And ultimately a big thing for us, we just didn't rebound very well, especially when they made that run in the second quarter to kind of answer back. We were doing the right things. We just couldn't come up with the boards on the defensive end, and I thought that was a big difference maker to kind of allow them to sneak back into the game and then ultimately to build up a lead.
Now, and credit your guys, you got it back and got it close within 4 and just couldn't finish. You had 2 free throws that you missed, down by 2. You had a couple of shots go in and out, down by 4. Again, you're not into moral wins, but you were there at the end. And what do you feel about your team knowing that you came back from that, knowing that Pella went up by 11, felt like they were going to kind of take the air out of the ball a little bit and kind of, salt this game away. They missed some free throws. Credit your guys. They came back and nearly pushed it to a tie.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, these guys, and we knew they would. These guys are fighters, man. We got a group of guys that just aren't going to back down, and they did that well there in the fourth quarter to get a few stops. Pella obviously missed some free throws, but we were making some big shots on the other end to just claw back into it. Gave ourselves a chance, and like you said, had a few shots that, actually some good shots that I thought if these go in, we're going to be in good shape, and just couldn't quite get to that point. Sometimes you make that comeback, and you see that a lot, right? The team makes the comeback, and then they just don't have enough gas at the end of the game to go make those plays, and I think that was kind of what happened with us there tonight.
Well, fourth place in this conference was, preseason where I think a lot of teams probably had you, and it was a wild journey there. You got close at one point to making a run for the title. Obviously, a tough loss to DCG kind of set that ship aside, but this is an excellent league, and you know that, Coach, and obviously fourth place won't matter in the history books, especially if you can make a 2A run, and I imagine your guys are more than battle-tested, and battle-tested more than many Class 2A teams heading into the postseason.
Yeah, man, what a conference, right? I mean, it was really a lot of fun this year. And, what we did with a really good thing we did is, as far as the teams below us, we beat them all, right? We swept all those games. We didn't beat DCG, obviously, and those are tough matchups for us. And, to be honest with you, Pella's a tough matchup for us, too, and just their style of play with heavy guard court. And, we couldn't get either of those teams. They beat us 4 times. That's 4 of our 5 losses right there. We're proud of the way that we kept battling and kept fighting. And, there are no, we don't sit around and go, oh, yeah, that was great. Fourth place, we expected better this year. And I thought we at times performed better and just couldn't do it consistently enough. But at the end of the day, like you said, we're battle tested. We're excited about what we have moving forward, even after a tough one here tonight.
Eagles are 15-6 to end the regular season, and now you get a week off for the tournament trail in terms of practice. And I know you're a coach, and most coaches do love practice. And, you've played some great teams here down the stretch. Obviously, it's hard to maybe make some big improvements. You're not going to come out with some sort of shocking answer a week from now. But what are these little things at this point that 3 or 4 practices can do for your team heading into the tournament?
Well, the first thing is rest. It's been a grueling season. It's been a grueling couple weeks. Lately. Yeah, it felt like we had a couple weeks there with 3 games. So it'll be important for us over the weekend to take advantage of just a chance to catch our breath a little bit, get our legs under us. So that'll be the first thing. And the second thing, I think we'll just continue to work on defense, just finding different answers. The thing about a 2-3 zone is it's been really effective for us, but we always see different stuff, and you got to find different answers for that. And put yourself in the right position to get some stops. And, we'll be working on that a little bit, and offensively just fine-tuning some things. I feel like we've been executing a little bit better offensively as of late, but we got to keep working at some things, because when we can get a few different guys going, and that's what we're kind of struggling with right now, is just getting a few different guys going. But when we can do that, we're a tough team to stop. And we'll keep working at it, and I'm excited about it. And the thing about this is a tough loss here tonight, but now it's about responding really well. And we talked about just kind of refocusing, right? Sometimes a loss can do that for you. In fact, we've done a great job coming out of losses this year. That's not something I'm really excited about,
None back-to-back, though, right? It
feels like we haven't had any back-to-back losses of our 6 losses. We've always responded really well, and oftentimes won a couple in a row after that. So that's important for us now, to rebound, bounce back, figure out what we got to do, and, begin to look forward, and I'm excited about that.
You don't know your tournament foe. That'll be decided coming up earlier in the week. But coming up on Thursday the 17th, what matters is you're here at home, and I'm sure you feel good about your team and where you can go into. I know when we talk preseason, and you didn't have it on the board circled, hey, state championship, but you wanted to be one of the 8 teams up at state. That journey starts Thursday, and how do you get that off on the right foot coming up against an opponent TBD?
Yeah, I think we got a pretty solid district, to be honest with you. I think there's some good teams in there. Central Decatur, they only have 1 loss, and that's a likely first-round opponent for us. They play Davis County, so we'll see how that game goes. But they're a good basketball team, has won a lot of games. And, then we got Eddyville or Albia kind of on the other side. So, some good teams. I'm going to tell you what, Eddyville only has 2 losses, and then so – anyways, we're not looking too far ahead, but I think it's a good district. I think we're prepared really well for it. We're excited about it, and, it's exciting to just focus in. This is a fun time of year. You know, I think
Tournament
everybody looks forward to this. You know, by the way, our freshman and JV teams, they had awesome years this year. Super excited for those guys and the improvement that they made. But now their seasons are over, so we're kind of focused all together, right? We have all the coaches together. You know, some of the JV guys practicing with us, and it's kind of a fun atmosphere to really dive into these opponents and figure out what we can do to get better.
Your final score here, it was Pella Christian falling to Pella 56-50. The Eagles end the 2021-22 regular season at 15-6. That's head coach J.D. Boren. Coach, I hope we have many more conversations between now and early March, but that all starts on Thursday. Appreciate your time, and let's have some fun here in tournament season.
Let's do it. Thank you, guys.
We'll have more of our Captain Design Pella Radio postgame show after this.
Even a mild winter can take a toll on your roof. Between the freeze and the thaw, you may need new shingles. Certainly, if you're going to get new shingles, you're going to get CertainTeed shingles from Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. CertainTeed Roofing offers a wide array of residential roofing shingle options.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
Are you a saver or a spender? Either way, we've got you covered at Community First Credit Union with 2 great reward checking options. Say goodbye to points and hello to cash. Our checking accounts are about money in your pocket, not points you'll never use. Simply meet monthly qualifications to get your rewards and unlimited nationwide ATM fee refunds. And no matter what happens, there is no monthly fee or minimum balance requirements. See for yourself what See First can do for you. Rules and qualifications apply, federally insured by the NCUA.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Dedication. To consistently provide quality products and customer service, the employees at Precision Pulley & Idler must be dedicated to their jobs so they can meet or exceed the customer's needs. This is why Precision Pulley & Idler stands behind and supports our local student athletes for the effort and dedication they show on the hardwood, wrestling mats, alleys, and throughout their school's hallways. Precision Pulley & Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley & Idler, we keep it moving.
This is our Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show on 92.1 KRLS. Let's run down our final stats presented by the Reduff Agency. Final score, Pella 56, Pella Christian 50. 17 points for Levi Skelhaas, 12 for Jaden Heisman, 8 for Nico Schurz, 11 for Eric Mulder with 12 rebounds, 6 rebounds for Nico. Pella just had 4 turnovers, according to head coach Derek Schulte. So we're going to go with his official number, Pella Christian with 11. Pella was led by 15 from Noah Allen, 13 points from Keegan Hansen, 9 from Carl Miller, 6 from Parker Elder. Rebounding-wise, Pella Christian, finishes with 31 rebounds, and then Pella on the other side, a lot of those came in the second half. Pella on the other side finishes with 24 rebounds. Number that mattered the most, Pella 56. Pella Christian 50. Your final stats are presented by the Reduff Agency. Let them examine your stats, including Lance, Chatter, Larry, and calculate the best insurance plan for you. The Reduff Agency with complete courteous service for nearly 100 years. Let's go ahead and take a look at our McCall Monument Monumental Radio key play and player of the game. Couple of key plays in that Dutch contest, for Pella. Took advantage of some that late run in the second quarter to me, Tyler, spurred on Pella into the half, and then they came out firing. And if we actually took a look at the actual stats, I think it was a 7-point lead at one point for Pella Christian. I think it was 26-20 or 26-19. And then from there, Pella goes on a 23-6 run, end of the second quarter, into the third. That turnaround was so huge because PC had the chance to hang on and took a lead and was playing white hot. But Pella crept back in, and then right out of the gates, whoosh, out of the third quarter.
And to add to your point, they started out the quarter shooting 8 of 10.
Yeah.
In that third quarter, the Eagles started 2 of 8. It was an ice-cold start for the Eagles. Now, granted, at the end of the quarter, it was 5 of 11 for the Eagles to 8 of 12 for Pella. So, I mean, in all actuality, it doesn't seem like that much, but that momentum shift was enough to carry the Dutch out to a big enough lead that it made the difference in the ball game there for Pella.
My McCall monumental key player for the Dutch, Keegan Hansen, 13 points, 4 rebounds. And he scored in all but the final quarter, but he was a catalyst in that second and third quarter for the Dutch and kept them in the game because, as Coach Bohr described to me, they were extending. It was Keegan Hansen who had to do work in the post, and he was able to come up with a big game. That's our Pella McCall monumental key play and player of the game. When it's time to memorialize your loved one or pre-plan your own, trust the area's leading monument designer and installer. That's McCall Monument. Here in Pella on Old Highway 163. Tyler, our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player for PC. Key player is Skelhaus again. I mean, if it wasn't for his 2 runs in the third and fourth quarter and the shots he hit in the third and fourth quarter, or second and fourth quarter, it's a runaway for the Dutch. Levi kept the Eagles in this one twice.
Yeah, I would honestly say a co-player too. I mean, I know he didn't have the scoring output, but Jaden Heisman also multiple big shots down the stretch to really help the Eagles get back in the game because Skelhaus hit the 1, but Heisman hit 3 of them in a row that really cut the deficit from 11, and obviously Pella buckets in there, but it got it down to like 4 or 6.
Well, here's my key point to that, though. Who got him the ball? Levi Skelhaus.
Yes.
So, and again, Heisman hit the big shot. So I'm crediting Jaden. Jaden's been shooting the ball really well, and that's good news for PC heading into the tournament. They need him to supplement Levi. But to me, Tyler, it was just Levi took the game over at 2 different points, whether from his point guard spot, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. And the key play for me, it was those 2 big stretches, right? In the second quarter, the Eagles, after the scoreboard fiasco, and, I'm obviously red hot up here, and I somewhat apologize for getting a little temperamental there. Obviously just wanted to score right. But Pella felt the same way, and Pella Christian took advantage of it. They already were. It was a 5-point lead, tied 11-all at the end of the first quarter. That was a stretch there, and then that fourth quarter stretch, right? Pella's up by 11, took the air out of the ball, and from there, so it goes.
Yeah, that was our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit hormeljob.com.
Didn't mean to ignore Colin Peters of the competition, but Colin's walking out there. So say farewell to him. Those, your hormeljob.com. What else? What other areas of business do we need to get to? Let's run down our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard one more time.
Yeah, in girls action tonight, the Pella Christian girls fell to the Pella girls 55-42 in the first half of our doubleheader. The second half was the Pella Christian boys falling to Pella 56-50. Also in girls action, Melcher Dallas girls had their season come to an end in the first round of the playoffs against Wayne, 47-37. Twin Cedars knocks off Tri-County and advances to the second round of the postseason after a 39-28 victory. As far as boys action goes, the Knoxville boys fell big time to Bondurant for our 86-39. That game was over on 95.3 KNA with Derek Cardwell. Pleasantville boys fall to Saydell 61-58. And Nevada beats PCM 72-53. That's our basketball action. As far as bowling action goes, in the Two Rivers Conference meet today, Knoxville finished 5th in the girls bowling meet, Pella Christian 7th, Pella 8th, and in the boys bowling match, Pella 4th, Knoxville 5th, Pella Christian 7th.
Your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you and building community across the Red Rock area. Tyler, let's get a final thought and wrap a bow. Pella Christian girls played really well. Let's start with them in our 4-team breakdown very quickly before we head on home. If they play that well, they could play 2 or 3 games in this tournament, no doubt.
They found some offense tonight. It was a great effort by the Eagles girls. And, I don't want to make this sound negative, but of the last probably 7 or 8 Pella Christian games I've called, that is far and away the best performance they have put together that I've called.
They played way better than they played against Newton last week. That was their best game of the season, in my opinion, especially considering the opponent. Pella has been dealing with some health. They haven't had their full rotation, but Tyler, the way that they've been playing against some of these better teams, they've got to beat Grinnell to go to state. They've got to beat a team, of that caliber. They're capable. It's just, can they put 4 quarters together? They've put 2 or maybe 3 against some of those teams like DCG, Indianola, and Grinnell. It's can the Dutch do it? And tonight, I don't think they played their best, but they did what they had to. They kept the Eagles, anytime Pella Christian felt like they got some steam going, boom, a stop and a score, a steal and a score, and Pella was able to get things going. Pella Christian boys, Tyler, didn't play as well tonight as I think they hoped down the stretch. They had some lapses. Again, Pella's not a good matchup for them. DCG is the same way. You know, teams that have a ton of speed and a ton of shooting don't, you know, Pella Christian's not slow. I'm not trying to insinuate that, but Pella and DCG are not good matchups for Pella Christian. That's why they lost 4 games to them. They're not going to see teams like that maybe the rest of the way. Until state tournament, certainly. Des Moines Christian's different than both those teams. I think go around number 2 with DMC is the big key. Got to get there first.
Yeah, obviously they do have to get there. As far as this game goes, I think it comes back to the point that I made. Rhythm offensively. You know, I mentioned the Dallas Center Grimes game. I mentioned the Des Moines Christian game. They didn't find the rhythm. There was times where they found some rhythm, and then there was times where the rhythm went away. And I think that ultimately was the key. I mean, you saw it there in the second half. They just couldn't buy buckets. They couldn't string together multiple possessions, and I think that was the difference. Honestly, I mean, you know, it was a game where the Eagles had it within reach there despite not really having that rhythm. And, you know, that's sometimes will come back to bite you, and I think that's what ultimately did the Eagles in here tonight.
That third quarter was inspiring for Pella. That was good news. I don't think they've played a quarter that well in the second half of the season, just to be completely honest. The way they came back, the way they held on there in the third, you think about the Pella boys and their future. You know, my hope was at the beginning of the year, not knowing or seeing these teams outside of the conversations I have regularly with JD and Derek as I see them all the time at the schools, was to be calling a championship Friday together. I think that would be awesome. And I truly, sincerely mean that I'd hope these teams can get there. They deserve it. Are they that good? I don't know. There's some really good teams across the state in 2A. You think of Western Christian and Appleton-Parkersburg. That'll be big roadblocks for PC. And for Pella, we've seen DCG. They lost to DCG. They've lost to teams they probably shouldn't have lost to. But that third quarter, can that spur the Dutch? They have a really tough road to state. Bondurant just demolished Knoxville. Winter sets an excellent team out of that Raccoon River Conference. Pella has the talent. And let's be real. At this point, they're not going to play as well as they did last year. We got to get over that, right? But they're their own team. And I think I'm really excited to see what this Pella Dutch team can do because they have a ton of talent. And I think Class 3A is wide open. And I think the Dutch have an opportunity. So, you know, and for Pella and PC, they're sneaky good enough to win 2 or 3 postseason games.
They absolutely are. And before I forget, I want to say thank you to Trevor Castle for letting me get the experience of, you know, this Tulip City Showdown. This was just a wonderful night of basketball, a wonderful environment for a basketball game. It was a lot of fun to get to see it for the first time. And, you know, obviously at this stage I am more so the Pella Christian guy because that's all I've seen, really, and at some point maybe we'll get to see some more of Pella as well. But, you know, this was an awesome atmosphere. Just really thankful to be here. It was a very fun night, very fun games of basketball to watch, and looking forward to see what these teams can do down the postseason stretch.
Well, and I think my first year did not call both or either, so I think this is my 14th Pella Christian matchup, and I have had an absolute whale of a time with this rivalry and look forward to it each and every year. These are the 2 teams that I've called. They're my 2 favorite schools and will be until maybe there's roses coming out of the grave, whatever you want to call it. But it was a lot of fun to be back here again with these 2 schools. 2 great basketball games. Our final scores tonight as we wrap up our Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show. Trevor, were they expand and enhance your ideas? Is it beyond your expectations? It was a quiz, and you failed.
I was going to say that, but
you should have said it.
Yeah, I just didn't realize you were saying
Tell me who I'm calling then.
I don't know who you're calling.
In the Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show.
Oh, Mike Baum, sorry. I was sorry, I got distracted.
Okay. All right, enough. Call Cabinet Design Pella. Your final scores tonight: Pella girls knock off the Eagles 55-42. Pella boys 56-50, and they complete the season sweep over the Eagles. Thank you, Tyler. It was fun to call this game with you. I hope we have more coming up for you down the road. And thank you to our entire KNIA Keros broadcast team, Frank the Maestro, and Zeb for their hard work on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Make sure you donate there. It's presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. Alex back at the studio, and our entire KNIA KRLS broadcast team. We wrap up the regular season of coverage here on 92.1 KRLS, and the tournament season begins. The road ahead is presented by PellaMotors.com, where you'll drive away happy. The Pella Motors guarantee. Saturday, Pella Christian is at Pekin. Wednesday, Pella will host Waterloo East. Thursday, Pella Christian will have a home playoff game against either Central Decatur or Clark. And then all the way on the other side, a week from this coming Monday, the Dutch will open against Carlisle. The Road Ahead presented by PellaMotors.com. You've been listening to Pella versus Pella Christian basketball on the one to count on for today's local sports in the home of the Eagles and the home of the Dutch, 92.1 KRLS. Let the fun begin. It's tournament time in South Central Iowa.
Thanks for tuning into this exclusive presentation of South Central Iowa